then hey, that's exactly what this platform is for as well. You can tell me exactly what you think it is, and I can tell you all the reasons why you're probably wrong. Probably wrong. I just want to make this clear because we quite literally had a guest come up the other night and argue this, and I think this is actually a common misconception. This isn't the place for us to sit and argue your feelings. I feel like Trump is a great guy. There's nothing I can do with that because then I can respond with, I feel like Kamala was a great woman. And then you would probably have a bunch of rebuttals to that. See the discrepancy? This is where we argue what's happening. And let me inform the individuals on what's taking place right now. Inflation is up 3.8%. It's currently over the amount of nominal wage growth, which means your dollar has less purchasing power from not only the year prior, but what it was at the end of Biden's administration. You know, that horrible old sleepy guy that you guys hate so much. Did you think his economy was so terrible despite all the metrics near the end of 2024 showing that he had a strong economy handed off to the Trump administration? Yeah, that guy. That guy. So, also, we spent $30 billion in Iran. We had to borrow additional $2.2 trillion to fund our fiscal year of 2026, which means by 2027, our country will be $41 trillion in debt. The party of fiscal responsibility, who cut every single thing from single mothers and people trying to get by, didn't seem to be able to do so with any type of decent results because Americans are still struggling. Still struggling. House passed $70 billion for ICE and CBP. Of course it did. We'll see what happens in the Senate. ICE is getting additional funding, and with that battery in their back, we could see even more cases of assault on American civilians and the violations of due process for all people who would be covered under the Constitution. All those reasons are why I think a lot of people are saying enough is enough. The fact that the one half decent Republican that was willing to call out Donald Trump for his implication and obstruction of justice in prosecuting individuals in the Epstein files is now out of Congress because of a pro-Israeli PAC that spent $31 million to get him up out the paint. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. This live is a place for you to come up here and say what other reasons you may have to go, Trump is done, enough is enough, I'm on the side of the angels. If you're over on the YouTube, you may call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. The profile pictures and names are always fun. Just gonna be some white kid who slurs. Clorox, did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
And do you regret your vote?
No.
And why is that?
What?
Why is that?
Why should I?
Okay, so answering questions with a question is not how you have a conversation here.
You're right. Here. 1 second. I gotta. You know how you have a microphone?
Uh-huh.
You have a microphone, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Do you see a microphone before you?
I do.
Okay, so why are you asking?
So I'm getting my microphone. So give me a second. All right, give me some grace. I didn't expect you to let me up on here so quick.
I hear you right now, clearly.
I know. All right, now I'm ready. I'm ready to debate you. So what? Why don't you like Trump?
Do you remember the question that I asked you last?
No.
Why don't you regret your vote? Because you said you voted for Trump and you don't regret it.
Well, we got to build up the wall, build our defenses, and we need to make sure Iran is suppressed. Suppress Iran by any means necessary.
We had something better than the suppression of Iran during the JCPOA. We had an agreement with them. We had diplomacy, which allowed us to operate the way that we did without wasting the money that we've had and depleting over 55%
Death
of our
to America! That's good diplomacy.
Yeah, I mean,
I like that.
By that logic,
I like your
America wouldn't have any
definition of diplomacy.
That's how we talk about other countries if we're keeping it consistent.
What do you mean, keeping it consistent?
The way America talks about other countries, specifically the president of the United States, you would then make the same argument that the president is in no way, shape, or form diplomatic because of the way that he speaks.
Oh, no. Iran's always been death to America. When have they not been?
Specifically before
No,
1979.
When they were in
never. No,
diplomacy
what do you
talks
mean?
before Israel did.
I don't know who asked you anything yet, Sebastian. Please stop.
All right, don't be a faggot, buddy.
I know the best you guys have are slurs. I'm just waiting for your friend Clorox to get one out too.
You
once
really
again,
don't like white people,
Concerned
do
with
you?
what?
You assume all white people are racist.
Dude, we're not even talking about race. What are you talking about?
Why do you expect me to say something?
Are you
You're
smoking?
being disingenuous right now, don't you know?
Are you elevated?
No, you're just being disingenuous. I'm still
you just blowed
Mike
something out.
coherent.
I just
I'm still
literally heard
coherent.
you exhale something. Are you
I'm
elevated
coherent.
currently?
This is a cigarette.
Okay. Sure. So maybe cigarettes throw your brain off. Let me try to center you back to the conversation that we're having. You brought up building up our national defense and a wall in regards to the southern border, so you'll be referencing immigration, and Iran, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Stay on that. We had diplomacy with Iran, regardless of your feeling towards them and their feeling towards us. The basis of it was nuclear extinction. They cannot have a nuke and they cannot use it against the United States because of said tension. Despite that, we were able to make a deal with them under the Obama administration called the JCPOA. Donald Trump tore us out of it, and now here we are fighting the war that was settled beforehand.
But Iran always hated America.
I don't care about other countries who hate us. That's irrelevant to me. It's only what they can do and how we can mitigate that. Which is exactly what the Democratic
are you a
administrations have done
homosexual?
before. Do you want me to be gay?
I'm just asking you.
Why is my sexuality relevant to you?
Well, I'm bisexual.
Oh.
And if I went to
Do you
Iran,
like what you see?
I would be persecuted against.
Gay people are persecuted here in the United States by our Republicans in Congress right now.
You got me. You got me there. No, you don't got
You guys
me.
love
Like
to
you're
talk
full of
about
shit.
oppression
Like you're full of fucking
overseas,
shit.
but
What are you
never
talking
focus
about?
on the domestic issues. Every single thing you guys want to talk about, seemingly now, is worrying about everything happening across the board. So let me ask you a question, and you may be able to shed some light on this. As a Trump supporter, is the reason why you guys can't seem to stop talking about oppression happening overseas, despite us supposing to be being America first, is because when you point to every single metric here in the United States, we're not better off. And it's hard to talk about making America great again when we've only fallen off since Donald Trump was inaugurated January 20th of 2025. Is that the reason?
So what? Put that in
Talking too fast for you.
yeah, put that in like Ebonics or something. I can't really understand it.
W's in the chat to Sean for the $2 super chat. I'm Hector Talks white friend, pasty white even. Shut up, Sean. W's in the chat to you. I appreciate your super chat. Cool. Great. The reason why you guys can't talk about what's happening domestically is because it is the complete opposite of make America great again. So you hyper focus on oppression abroad to give Donald Trump some pathetic token of peace or trying to achieve peace despite the fact that his actions has done nothing but escalate tensions between us and the world.
So you think that if you went to Iran as a gay man, you're gay. I mean, you went to Iran as a gay man.
My guy,
what
part
are
of
you?
I
What are
don't
you? What are
live
they
in
going to
Iran,
do to
I
you?
live in the United States, and I am concerned with what's taking place to people in the United States. Do you not understand? Are you a fucking Iranian?
If I was, I wouldn't accept you for being homosexual.
If you're an Iranian, you should have voted for Madam Vice President Kamala Harris. She would have been the closest bet to keeping your people safe.
My people safe?
Yeah.
No, I
Since
don't want to
apparently you're
keep
an
my
Iranian,
people
you're
safe. I just
pro-Iran.
want to.
So
I just
I'm
want
speaking to you as a
execute
pro-Iranian.
gay people.
You're really worried about being gay and living in Iran. So I'm telling you, you should have voted for Kamala Harris. And Kamala Harris
I'm
would have better
Iranian,
protected not
and
only
I
your
just
sexuality
wanna,
here,
I just want to
but she would have
behead and
also
stuff.
not escalated tensions overseas.
Hector, you didn't hear what he said. I don't think.
I
'Cause
want
he's
to. I want to
slur?
behead.
ridiculous.
Did he slur?
No, he didn't slur. He
Ooh,
said he
ooh,
wanted
ooh,
to
ooh,
execute homosexual people.
well,
It was a hypothetical of what
naturally,
happens to
yeah,
gay people in
yeah,
Iran,
yeah.
is what he said.
Well, that's
He's
what they do
weird.
over in Iran. That's what they do. They execute the homosexuals.
Lame.
And we blow them up. What's your point?
I'd rather be blown up than have my head decapitated in
Oh,
front
I'm
of
so glad you
my
have a preference
family.
of death. I think I want to protect lives regardless of the way they would go out.
Nah, I think they're all animals. I think anyone who thinks that kind of like living like that is okay and that like, nah,
I
you're
mean,
wrong.
you do, and you have a preference for how you want to go out.
Well, yeah, of course. What, do you want to get your head, you know,
I think
like
I
in
would
front of
rather
your
not
family?
die. How about
That's not
that?
like a dignified way to go out, is it? You know, you poop your pants when that happens, you know.
So, caller,
I'm not.
person. Okay, thank God. I was gonna say, what's your end goal here? Like, what are we doing?
I'm not.
Oh,
Mini
no,
G,
you
did
could
you go
drop
for a
me.
turn?
I'm sorry, Hector. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I was just listening in.
Oh, good. I appreciate
That
that.
guy
I
was just
appreciate
pissed.
you. Yeah, me too. Like, no. Trump supporters request up in the box you with a demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Yeah. Whatever hard on you have for that situation, good luck with it. I'm not wasting my time. Dude sounded
Yeah.
elevated and couldn't even track the conversation. Goodness gracious. The
Guess
best
what,
and the
Hector?
brightest are out today. What's up?
The Fun and Fact Show comes back tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. or after 1:30 p.m. CST, guys, it will be returning. That is correct. So make sure you
Yeah,
are tuned in that afternoon for it.
yeah, Fun and Fact Show. Where I'm the fun and
I am the facts.
yay.
You know what fact I want to talk about, Erica?
What do you want to talk about?
And this was actually just sent over by a mutual. Rubio and UFC will sign deal to use cage fights for diplomacy. Ha! Huh.
I'm sorry. What the hell does that mean, Hector?
Yeah, I'm about to
How do
find
you use
out.
cage fights for diplomacy?
Secretary of State Marco Rubio and UFC CEO Dana White have reached an agreement to use cage fights for diplomacy, the State Department said Monday as Iran peace talks remain in flux. The MOU was announced as President Trump prepares to host an iconic mixed martial arts match Sunday in the White House lawn. Rubio and White will sign the agreement on Thursday afternoon at the State Department ahead of the 7-fight event at the White House. The agreement will mark a new public-private ownership to enhance sports diplomacy initiatives and collaborate on the global growth of mixed martial arts. As an American-founded organization, the UFC has grown into a major global sports platform, reflecting U.S. leadership in modern combat sports promotion, athletic performance standards, and international event production.
God bless you.
I don't know what any of this. I don't really know what this means. What is
I
this
don't know what
about?
it means either. So, like, instead of I challenge you to a duel, so let's like meet at Weehawken. It's gonna be let's meet on the White House lawn for a cage fight. In this corner, you have two named Mark Wayne. And in corner blue, you have representative out of Texas, representing the 18th district until January 1st, Al Green.
All this has is their quotes.
What's happening?
Literally, all that has is their quotes. It's unclear what exactly the MOU will entail. So no one knows what it is other than Dana White and Marco Rubio, apparently. Cool. Why even announce this? Why even announce this? What was the point of this?
I know people aren't supposed to do this, but you know what? I'm funny as fuck. That make me laugh.
I don't know. I don't know what this is.
You want to laugh?
What was
You
that?
can laugh.
What was that? What was
I don't
that?
know, but it was funny.
Goodness
I
gracious.
gotta stop. Mute me, please. Jesus.
Trump supporters requested for the box you with the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side and call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. W's in the chat to Sean for the $2 super chat. I'm getting cordyceps vibes from this guy. I don't know what it was. And W's once again to Sean. We may as well build a collision. I mean, why not? Why not? I just also want to point out how fitting it is during Pride Month that the President of the United States on the White House lawn, where he can get a nice, good view, wants a bunch of hot, sweaty, bare shirt, short, hoochie daddy men on the front White House lawn fighting. I think that makes perfect sense, actually. I think that has to be one of the most honest admittances of Donald Trump's attractions to men that we've ever seen. In fact, I can support that argument with even more. So there's a content creator. I've seen him on Instagram specifically.
God bless you.
Thank you, Shauna, for the bubbly kiss. I appreciate you. Shauna, did you mean to be in the request? I see you in the request. I'm not sure if you meant to be there. But he will take sound bites and audio bites of Trump's speeches and whatnot. And he's gay, so he'll do the mannerisms and everything. And he'll just do it to Donald Trump's words. And it is so, I don't know, it's so telling. It's so telling. But then I found this here, and this is just a compilation of Donald Trump's words by you. This is like just edited out of context, anything of that nature. This is just what we've gathered, what Donald Trump had to say about some of the men he admires. And no, not one of them is Alex. What's his name? Not Alex.
One of the guys. Did you hear him talk about the dude? He said the dude has strong legs. And he said, I forgot to touch his leg.
Oh,
He's not well.
That's here. That's here.
I want to check him out. Whoa, look at the muscles on this guy. Look at that guy, how handsome he is. I'll kiss him. I'll kiss those big, powerful men down there. Prime Minister Modi is the nicest looking guy. He's just,
a handsome guy, by the way. That's usually not my thing, but he is a good looking sucker.
No, I'm looking at the legs. He's this beautiful guy. He's got legs like tree trunks. We have to keep our country gay.
That's the best part. That's the best part.
Oh,
Make America gay again.
We gotta keep our country gay.
That's what he probably meant with MAGA. Make America gay again.
Man, he said, yeah, gay is not gonna work well for my base. I gotta say something else. What can we put instead of gay? You can say great, sir. That's right, great. We'll say great instead. They'll take the hint.
That's wild.
Man.
Trump is weird.
Everything about Donald Trump screams closeted. Like, I feel like objectively, everything about Donald Trump screams closeted.
No, seriously. I have a theory about narcissistic men. I do. I have a theory about them. I just have a theory, and I'm not sharing it publicly. That's all I have to say. And I will tell you that there is some personal experience included in this. That's why. So there's that. But you have a guess.
Lex, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Oh, no, I apologize. I did not. I was just going to comment on something earlier and say...
Thank you so much. You may do it so in the chat. Trump supporters only, please. Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with, or calling the number on screen on YouTube. Don't tell me we're chicken already. We're only 22 minutes in. 22 minutes in, we're the best we have, or dudes who don't know, they're... Never, I can't even say that. I'll get flagged.
Ooh, do you get to sing a song?
No, absolutely not. Thank you, Frey, for knocking out those gifts. Guys, make sure we're knocking out the 1 cent gift goes. Get us boosted on the FYP. If you have not sent your daily heart me's already, please make sure that you do so.
God bless you.
Also, share out the live with your friends and family. Hit a repost and add it to your story. Do all of the good things. And of course, you already know the best ways to support the stream. Links in the bio. I did have...
Did you refresh your Google Voice page?
Yeah,
refresh it, because
that's good. I wanted to read over this next story with y'all because there's just quite a bit. Honestly, there's literally a bunch. So you guys remember last April when the IRS made a certain deal with DHS, and the purpose of this deal was to gather information on undocumented migrants so that we can deport them? Remember when they screamed and cried for, I guess, decades ultimately, but especially in the last few years, that undocumented migrants don't pay any taxes? They're a net drain to society. And then we just went over this yesterday with someone where the only way you would need an undocumented migrant or anyone's information from the IRS is if they were paying taxes. So we have a new report from that deal And what came from it? IRS failed to match taxpayer records with ICE data accurately. The IRS failed consistently and accurately match taxpayer information with records from Immigration and Customs Enforcement as the Trump administration accelerated its deportation efforts last summer, according to a government watchdog report released yesterday. The report from the Taxpayer Inspector General for Tax Administration, not a left-wing source that you guys think you can wash away, is the first major examination of the Trump administration's controversial effort to identify and deport undocumented migrants using taxpayer information. It comes from more than a year after ICE asked the IRS to share confidential information, including TINs and last known addresses on more than 1.2 million people. The effort, which is the subject of ongoing litigation in multiple federal courts, yielded addresses for about 47,000 individuals. The IRS admitted in February it improperly shared address data in less than 5% of those cases after ICE submitted insufficient or incomplete information on a taxpayer. The Inspector General's report Monday found that the systems the IRS used to match ICE data were unable to identify and match the records accurately and consistently. The IRS stated that it rejected records that did not meet certain conditions, the report reads. However, the process implemented by the IRS failed to identify all records that should have been rejected. Hunter, did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I did vote for Donald Trump, yes.
And do you regret your vote?
No, I don't regret my vote.
Why is that?
Yeah, because there's a sound argument in favor of the proposition that Donald Trump is superior to Kamala Harris.
Sure. Define
yes,
sound.
I just think that he's better than... yeah, so the argument would obviously be valid, right, since it's written in first order notation, which I trust you understand.
Remember when I said define sound and you just started off with a bunch of other words that have nothing to do with what I specifically asked for? Listen, my guy, we can skip
by sound.
I promise you, it doesn't make you look smarter.
Yeah, by sound, all I mean is that the set of premises will be all true and more favorable than not, and the conclusion would follow as a result.
More favorable to who?
To the rational individual.
More favorable to the rational individual. Okay.
Yeah.
So there would be some rationality in the policies.
I'm pretty sure a rational person.
Yes, got you.
I'm pretty sure a rational person would pick someone like I don't know.
And one of the baselines of that rationality one could argue something that would be a positive to the United States and not a drain.
Yeah.
Got
you can say that.
Wonderful.
So would you like to just hear
Go
the
ahead,
argument?
make your argument.
Yeah, I think first we should start by defining our predicate terms. I also use some sort of Gödelian modal axioms, which are going to be in the set of premises that come later on in the argument. First, let's start with a monadic predicate that accepts an entity of one. It just means that it consists of exactly one argument.
Hey. Breathe.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Oh, I'm breathing.
Inhale, exhale, slow down, okay?
Yep.
Once again, the more words you use, it doesn't make you sound smarter. Your argument will make you sound smarter, and our ability to refute it. Does that make sense?
All right, I got it.
So
that makes sense,
the less words you use, the more you streamline this along. I promise you, it's going to make you look better to the broader public that you're trying to reach with this rationale that you're referencing. Cool.
I got it.
Go ahead and tell me.
Yeah.
Let's start with one. You said Donald Trump would be more favorable, right?
And Kamala Harris. I think these
Kamala
more
Harris.
To a national individual.
Superior. What do you mean by superior?
Better than.
Okay. And again, we're basing this off of policies, correct?
Yeah, policy that benefits the United States of America.
Give me a superior policy that Donald Trump presented that was better than Kamala Harris.
Yeah, that's kind of irrelevant.
That's irrelevant
to the argument. So
how is that irrelevant to the argument? You believe Donald Trump was superior to Kamala Harris. I narrowed it down. You said we're talking about policies. And now you're telling me when I asked you to give me one that's better would be irrelevant?
Well, the goal in here is having a better United States, right? The conclusion, or at least the output, is
so based off the policies presented by Madam Vice President Kamala Harris and current President Donald Trump, once they were both presented on the 2024 platform, which we can compare now, Donald Trump even more so, because that's what we've implemented in the United States. Show me how what he's done so far, what one of those policies are, were better than what Kamala Harris's alternative was.
I don't think I need to explain any of the policies to you. The conclusion just is that Donald Trump.
Oh my God!
The conclusion
we're
just
comparing
is that Donald Trump's
policies. That's what you said.
Yeah,
You said it would
policies,
be based off of
The premise
policies. There's literally a reason why I asked the questions that I did. And said we'd be basing this off of policies. You said yes. I'm now asking you to present me said policy that I can then use and compare. Thank you, Jenny. I'm so sorry. I'm missing the gifts. Thank you guys for the gifts. That we can now compare to Kamala Harris's policies. Trump have policy, Kamala have policy. We compare. Give me the policy.
So here, let me just give you the argument. Premise one, if there's no logical contradiction with... Well, the conclusion is that Donald Trump is better than Kamala. He's better for America than Kamala Harris.
Oh my God. You guys are so bad at this.
I'm trying to give you the argument. It's
You
written in
guys
first
are
order
so
notation.
bad at this.
I don't need to give you any policies.
Chat. Let's play Are We Smarter Than a Phil Bro?
The conclusion just
Let's
is
play
that
Are
his
We Smarter
policies
Than a
are
Phil
better.
Bro? I think Jack is better than Jill. Word? Why is Jack better than Jill? I think Jack is better than Jill because this thing Jack wants to do for the barn is going to make the barn stronger than what Jill wants to do for the barn. The
That's exactly what I
directive
said.
or quote unquote policy that Jack may have would supersede Jill's policy.
That's
Chat,
exactly
I hope
what I
we're
said about
following. I
Trump
hope we're
over
following,
Kamala.
chat. Okay? Cool?
Yeah.
Great. Now, if you're to make an argument to say that Jack's directive or how he wanted to go about strengthening the barn is better than Jill's, then you need to give me a specific metric, a specific policy on how he was going to go about strengthening said barn that would be better than the alternative. Premise one, premise two, habit-hibi-tabatuti. None of that shit makes sense. Compare it
does
to
make sense. You wanna
policy.
know why?
You said this would
If
be
my
all based
conclusion-
off of policy.
Okay.
I'm patiently waiting for it.
If my conclusion is that Trump is better than Kamala, right?
We
and
would
I lay out a
conclude
set of
this based off the
premises.
comparison of policies and which
Yeah,
one
if I
would
lay
be
out a
better.
set of
We
premises
can't
that
measure
follow
the
to
policies if you
conclusion,
don't know what
and
they
the
are.
premises are true.
Do you understand that?
Then would
Do
you agree that
understand
Trump is better than Kamala?
If we're basing this off of policies, we can't compare them unless you know
Yes,
the policies.
I'm making a logical
so
deduction.
give me a Trump policy, please.
Yes, I don't need to give you the policy because I'm making a logical deduction
I
that would
don't
follow to the
need to give
conclusion
you a
that Donald Trump is
policy
better.
after telling you
How
that
about
this
you
would
just
all
listen
be
to the
based
argument
off
and
of
then you tell
policy.
me whether or not it's sound? Okay, ready? So, premise one, if there's no logical contradiction with Donald Trump being better than Kamala, then it's logically possible that Donald Trump is better than Kamala.
W's in the chat to
premise two,
Sean
then
for
just
the
opinions
$5
seated in
super
the
chat. Is
conclusion
Cadet
should
Bones
follow by the
Spurs
valid
going
line of
Miss
inferential
Lindsay?
schema
Who
modus
fucking
ponens
knows,
as
man?
proposed by Aristotle
W's
in
in
the
the
late
chat
3rd
to
century
Phoenix
BC.
for sending out the one membership out to, I believe, Mandy's Candy. Congratulations, Mandy's Candy. Hope you're not an op. You are now a DEI membership over on the YouTube side. I appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Big W's to you. W's in the chat to Wesley for the $5 super chat. Phil Bros are the worst. Hi, Hector. I hope the racists and trolls don't get too bad. Come on, bro. Don't lie to yourself. Much love. And the cage fights are a distraction from the E-files. Every single thing he does at this point are a distraction from the E-files.
Oh, you gotta be honest. I'm way better than the racists
W's in
and
the
the
chat
trolls.
to you. W's in the chat to Mike for the $2 Venmo. This mofo needs to get his ass off of TikTok and go argue Pokemon. Get the fuck out of here.
W's in the chat for me for
I
being
do
better
not
than the
disagree.
racists and the-
6,000%. I appreciate y'all. Best way to support the platform is going to be the links in the bio. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Hector Talks with 2 R's and Cash App and Venmo. PayPal, Hector Pal with 2 O's and 2 R's. If you're over on the tube side, you may send a super chat or a super sticker. Let's knock out the 1 cent vehicles. 56 more of these little chili hearts to go. Please make sure you're taking care of Erica while she's here as well and engage with all the engagement. Let's get the likes up to 75K and beyond. We're 30 minutes in. Let's get the likes up to 100K by the end of the hour. All right, Hunter. So you want me to go down your premise here and your line of logic when I ask a very specific question and I have yet to get a very specific answer. We
Your question's
base
irrelevant
everything
until
that
I
you make
actually
the
give my
comparison
argument
of,
because you
which
asked
is
me to
that
give-
Donald Trump. Okay, cool.
I'll answer your question
Did you or
after I
did you
give the
not
argument.
say that Donald Trump was superior to Kamala Harris?
Yeah, because his policies
And
are
did
superior
you?
and they benefit
And
the
the
United States
policies
more.
are superior. Ah.
Yes.
Got
correct.
it. Because the
And I'm giving you a logical deduction.
And you were saying, hold on, because you were saying your sentence before I interrupted you. I know I interrupted you, and that would be based off the fact that they would be better for the American people, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So, true, cool. Policies that are better for the American people would make you superior over another person. Give me a policy that we can start with. See how easy that is?
I don't think that's necessary. I don't think that's necessary
to try and argue that the president is better based off of policies that I refuse to mention. Does that make sense
No,
to
because
you,
I'm using
Phil,
a
bro?
logical deduction.
Phil, bro.
I'm using the S5 Gödelian modal axiom.
Phil, bro. Does that make any sense to you whatsoever?
Yes,
I need you to think.
It does
I need
make
you to think.
100% sense.
Please listen to me. Comprehend.
Yes.
Comprehend, please.
Okay. I'm
I'm
comprehending.
using the policy platform of one person or another over another to determine that person is superior than the other, and I'm going to do so without mentioning any one of those policies. Does that make any sense to you?
It makes 100% perfect sense using the S5
Gotcha.
Gödelian modal
So
axiom.
I'm going to need you guys to really do a better job at using your brain sometimes. Because all of this word salad that you're doing right now, the same thing you used to criticize Kamala Harris for, who actually was able to explain her policies better than you can at this point. You haven't even named one, is really embarrassing.
I don't need to, because I'm using logic. So
I'm using logic. Cool. So let me use some logic alongside you. Logic says policy better, mention how it's better. That's logical.
No, that doesn't
it's
follow
not
either.
logical to say that a policy is
necessity.
superior to another one if you don't know the policy, you don't understand the policy, and you cannot measure them off the metrics that would show one is superior to the other.
Yeah, you just added like an unnecessary box modal operator.
No, I really didn't. I really didn't.
Yeah, because you said it.
Can you explain that something is better than the other from your subjective experience of why you think it's better versus the actual properties of the policies?
I don't just think it's objectively
true. Does the properties of the policy determine if it's better than another, or does your feelings determine if it's better than another?
That question is confused. What do you mean by the policy of the policy?
The properties of the policy, the contents of it, the merits
the
of
contents
it, right?
Of the policies.
The contents of the policy. Which one would be more significant? Your feelings towards the policy or the property or content of the policy?
The content of the policy, logically, ontologically, insofar as it holds some...
that you agree with me that it's the content that makes the policy superior. Tell me the policy that we can now use to measure the contents of them side by side.
Oh, that doesn't follow either. I could just say that the contents of the policy that's proposed by Donald Trump is better than the contents of the policy that's proposed by Kamala Harris. I think give a logical deduction, right? In first order notation, that would actually conclude that Donald Trump's policies, or at least the contents of the policy that's proposed by Donald Trump,
can you really not, can you really not like say anything outside of your script? Seriously, is this like that hard?
I swear to God, I don't have a script. I'm reading. No, I'm not reading off anything.
Wow.
I'm literally just
dude, I didn't mean a physical script, okay? I'm talking about like our little class of Phil Bro 101 on YouTube. I've seen.
I'm not a Phil Bro. I hate Phil Bros.
Yeah, that's hilarious. That's fucking hysterical. So again, I just need you to try to be a genuine person. Try to be a real person. You're being real AI right now. I just need you to be a real person, okay?
Yeah, fine.
Policy to policy. Policy to policy.
Big beautiful bill. Big beautiful bill.
The big beautiful bill. Okay, so
I think
here's the thing about the big
any
beautiful
one of
bill.
Kamala's policies.
Okay, you think the one big beautiful bill standalone supersedes
simplicator way better than all the combination of every single
Kamala Harris policy.
Yes.
Okay. So for the sake of this argument, because again, we're measuring contents, right? The problem with your premise there is that one is significant. It's huge, it's large, it encompasses a bunch of different things. Funding for immigration, cuts, so on and so forth, right? So there's a bunch of different aspects of the big beautiful bill, and I'm trying to narrow this down. I'm trying to make this more easily digestible, not only for ourselves here, but for the 500 people combined on the other platform as well who are watching the stream, right? That's why I'm doing this way. I need it to be digestible to people. So the one big beautiful bill is full of different contexts that address all sorts of things in the United States.
I think that's standalone simplicator.
I'm sure. I need you to narrow it down now. Give me an aspect of the big beautiful bill that would be more closely applicable to whatever the alternative was on the Kamala Harris policy platform.
I think the aspects of the big beautiful bill are a little bit irrelevant here, insofar as I'm going to make a logical deduction for why it is the case that the big beautiful bill.
W's in the chat to Donald for the $10 PayPal. I wish the failed debate bros would just go away. It's so funny to me. God, I'm not gonna lie.
We're not failed debate bros. We're failed philosophy majors that went to this because we failed at being a philosophy major.
This was 2020, 2021. And I remember I used to watch guys like this use these arguments. I used to think they were so smart. And then here I am, a homeschool dropout, so easily just tearing them apart. This shit is easy because you guys really don't know how to say anything outside of your little formulated arguments. You don't know how to be human. This is all rehearsed, scripted. You got this from a video or some course that you paid $50 for. I don't know. What are we doing, dude? Give me a policy. And if you don't know specific policies, just say that. How old are you, kid? Did he run?
Why are you running? Why are you running?
I'm gonna keep it $1.50 with you. I'm gonna use this opportunity to glaze myself. I think I deserve some donations for that. Links in the bio.
Sorry, I was on the phone with Bubs.
You're good. I wasn't going.
He said that was a great. He said that was a great convo, host, but unfortunately you lost. Smiley face, but he ran. That's very confusing. Very confusing.
Sure, buddy.
Cope.
I asked for one thing. This is the 3rd day in a row since I've been back. I've asked for one simple thing, and I can never get it. Never get it. First question, bro. Fold. That was fun.
I was on the phone. What did you ask him?
So you heard a little bit of the groundwork where I just said, okay, so if you're going to say one's superior, that will be based off the merits of the policy platform that they both presented in the 2024 election as implementation so far. He was like, yeah. I said, okay, so we're basing this off of policy, correct? He said, yes. Where one is superior to people, how would you determine superiority? He said, what overwhelmingly benefits American people? What's good for America? I said, okay, so if one policy is better for America than the other one, that's how we determine superiority. Give me the policy. That was better than Kamala Harris's. Dude said policy was irrelevant.
Wait, what? He just established that policy is relevant. What's happening?
Erica, I have my clip for tomorrow. Like right there. That's my clip. Well,
there you go. And I was quiet the whole time. You're welcome.
Shut up.
Mark the time.
Bro, that's it. I said, what is the policy then? Let's go bar for bar. What is the policy? Man said policy was irrelevant. Talking of the premise of the this and that. Give me the policy. Couldn't do it. Then he said the big beautiful bill. That told me everything I need to know. But then he finally, after all that time, said the big beautiful bill. I said, okay, what about the big beautiful bill? Because I said that encompasses a bunch of different things. There's technically immigration, there's healthcare, cuts, there's this, there's that.
What about it?
So I said, let's make it more digestible. I need you to break it down. Take one aspect of the big beautiful bill specifically and compare it to something similar on the side of Kamala Harris. It's irrelevant.
I tell you, these kids have got to stop relying on Claude to argue. Like, bruh, Claude ain't helping you, buddy. Like, y'all need to try something different, like actually reading. How about you read?
Literally. Jesus.
Googly. That was fun.
That's what I don't entertain these people, guys. I'm sorry. I don't have the energy to sit here and go back and forth and go down all his premises and all that stupid stuff. We're here to argue which one is better, especially when you opened up with this person is superior to the other, and that's why I don't regret my vote. Okay. How? W's in the chat to Wesley for the $5 super chat. Stunlock the field, bro. And hi, Erica. You two are awesome. W's in the chat to you. W's in the chat to Phoenix for the $2 super chat. Petition for another bro bites the dust sticker. Ooh, that would be a good sticker. Another Phil bro bites the dust. Watch Olive get on it in like 5 minutes.
Awesome.
Guys, I got to do other stuff too. I got to work on some more stickers though. I do. We got to get some new lines of merch on the shop as well. He was using a very specific... Oh, I saw you in the request earlier, but you know how I do, Blue. What do you got?
Blue.
What up, Blue?
Hey there. Yeah, he was talking about when he kept saying logical deduction, I'm making a logical deduction. That's extremely specific because in a logical deduction, all you have to do is present two premises, and as long as the person who's arguing them says that they're true, then the logical deduction at the end is valid, regardless of whether it actually is accepted as true or not.
So we never argue policy. Right.
There was nothing that, no substance to it at all. Saying dogs are mammals, and it's the same thing. Dogs are mammals. Rex is a dog, therefore Rex is a mammal. It's that. That's all it is. You don't have to prove that Rex is a dog.
That is so bad. That is so bad. Oh my gosh, that is bad. That is sad.
That's a fallacy, isn't it, though, Blue? That wouldn't be a valid form of argumentation.
Not for a formal debate. No.
Oh, well, okay. Can't believe. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I hate it
That's
here.
stupid.
I
Yep.
hate it here every day, every single day. I came on the right time. Apparently you did. What? Because I want
Hey,
to hear
Linda,
people
I
debate.
sent you.
Ashley, if you'd like to debate, you may request up. Which, to be clear, I don't officially call these debates, but y'all want them to be one so much, so whatever. But yeah, you can come up here and debate me. And so, just so we don't have another instance of a child not knowing what he's doing, we debate policy here. Because if you're going to tell me one's better than the other, that's what we debate. You guys like to do religion. Sometimes I entertain that. You guys like to do the phobias. Sometimes I entertain that. But we debate policy here because that's all that matters. If you cannot argue how one thing is better than another, I could care less what you have to say. The reason why you guys cannot argue policy when it comes to Donald Trump is because A, his lack of having so many, and B, because they're really bad. We can tie it objectively to last 50, 60, 70-year Republican history and show that it's been a net drain to the economy and to the American people. Is that the reason why you guys run from the specifics so often? It's got to be. Got to be. Oh, I already did the 1 cent ones. Thank you guys for knocking those out. Appreciate y'all. Any case, Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. I see two people. One has rainbows. The next one is following me. I do not think you guys are ops. So please only get in the request if you are a Trump supporter. Hector, are we going to have another one of these nights? Clearly, Lauren. Clearly.
So, also another thing is that did you see that JD Vance recommended Tim Walz and the Minnesota State Attorney General to be investigated for fraud?
I wouldn't come up, but he doesn't seem to let his guest speak. Ashley, you clearly wasn't tracking the last conversation.
Who is Ashley? Because I don't see her comments.
May have you blocked or something. I don't know. But they're here complaining that I didn't treat the last guest fairly. I established the premise of the conversation at the beginning. One's better than the other based off of policy, correct? He said yes, time and time again. Okay, give me one that's better than the other. Policy is irrelevant.
Yeah, because of his
It-
specific deduction, attempting to go with that particular deductive logic.
Goddamn embarrassing, bro.
And unlike
Got you, Rainbow.
in MAGA spaces, we know how to go on mute and be quiet when people are talking to each other.
That part.
So there's that part.
That part. Literally that part. W's in the chat to Phoenix for the $2 super chat. Oh, and Claude cannot save you. Oh, that's a good one. That one's for Erica. I'm not going to steal it because Erica mentioned Claude. Claude cannot save
Claude
you. Is a damn
cannot
good
save
one.
you.
W's in the
Someone
chat.
make that sticker, please.
Somebody
I'm
do
tired.
it. Somebody do it. W's in the chat to Melvin
It's been
for
a
the
long
2.
day.
Please stop messing up Miss Harris's name. They'll never stop. And it's intentional at this point. I remember I used to be one of those people when it happened initially where I would say, oh, well, it's an honest mistake, especially if you watch things like I remember watching Miss Marvel, the Disney Plus Marvel series, where it's pronounced Kamala, right? For her specifically, but obviously certain names are pronounced different in different cultures. So when we correct someone, it's not an insult or anything. It's just say, it's Kama. And then I realized when people later on would say it correctly and then say it a certain way just to get you riled up, I was like, this is just a kink for you guys. Very odd. Malachi, did you vote for Trump?
What? No, I just came here to go and ask for some pointers on something.
Pointers in the comments. Appreciate you.
What did he say?
Pointers in the comments. He was asking for pointers on something. Pointers in the comments.
Pointers.
You're in it's a lucky day because the Trump supporters are not requesting up. I'm actually looking at the comments today. So you can put it down there. And even then, there's only so much I'll entertain y'all. Please respect the boundaries of the live.
Do y'all remember, like, right after the election, how, like, they were so proud and they were, like, requesting up left and right. They were all over the place. But now it's just like, where's their pride? They claim that they're proud. They claim that they're winning. But
Trust me, their pride only lies in racism.
Free Carmelo Anthony. Free Carmelo Anthony.
Blairham, did you vote for Trump?
No, free Carmelo Anthony.
He's trying to be funny.
Has there been a study that people have been using to try to say that socioeconomic factors does not exist, but when actually look it up, the study only addressed for a certain type of income? I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. But it sounds like you can do some deductive reasoning and research your own claim to find the truth in it. If you know the studies and how people used it, you can just substantiate that there. Thank you so much. Shout out to, I'm just going to say your initial DW for your purchase of the Make 2 + 2 = 4 Again tea on the shop. W to you. Enjoy your tea. Enjoy your tea. Hopefully some of the shipping issues I even experienced with my samples is over with now. That was irritating. Thank you, Ari, for the corgi. Thank you so much, Ari, for the corgis. I appreciate you. Oh, she just cleared the gift gallery. W's to you, Ari. W's to you. Guys, if you'd like to get yourself a piece of merchandise that you've seen me wear in previous lives, in my videos, or even anything that I have on currently, such as from the Kamala Would Never line or the New Testament Democrat line, you can go to hectorshops.com with 2 R's, and you can get yourself any one of those lines there. We are not doing a basic promo for this month, but I know we're going to do a Juneteenth one. That's just going to take another week. But yes, you may go get yourself any piece of lines if you want to support me that way off that shop. That was my husband. Hey, that was my husband getting me a shirt. Let's go. Let's go. He's jumping from live to live. Oh, yeah, it's just some troll who just wants to get people riled up. I'm not doing it.
I'm gonna start singing. It is 446 people over here on the TikTok, and I'm pretty sure quite a bit of people over there on the tube. And you're telling me that we're all, dirty, filthy liberals? All right, that's what we are. I'm not a liberal, but that's what we are. Okay, all right, cool. That means we won. I pay my dues.
God damn it.
Time after time.
Trump supporters, when you call them,
I done my sentence.
Just point that out.
But committed no crime.
Point that out. That's what we're waiting on.
And bad mistakes.
She won't stop, bro.
I made a few. I something, but I climbed through and we go on.
Every time you sing this, you go something, and she'll never look up the lyrics.
Champions, my friends.
Mustard.
We'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we.
That wasn't me.
I didn't do
that.
it.
That wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Who
I
did
didn't
it?
press that button.
Who did it?
I didn't press that.
I was about to hit my note.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it either.
I was about to hit my note. Now I got to start over.
Oh,
Whoever did it, your fault. Look at me, starting over. I pay my dues.
Hold on, Eric. I got news. Goddamn. I got news. Hold on. I got news. Pull up my story. Do you guys know about the White House fact-checking website? Do you guys know about that?
They have one of those?
Yep. Let's go through it together.
They shutting it down, ain't they?
So if you go, let me fully show you guys how to do it. If you go to White House, I think it's Media Tracker is what it's called. Yes. whitehouse.gov/media offenders. This is a new page on the White House website where they try to debunk misinformation and biased news. The one of the week, media offender of the week. Hold on. Oh, why is it showing Politico? This is straight up glitch. I'm not even on Politico anymore. Hold on. Let me refresh my window capture and show you guys. I could not believe it. I could not believe it. Hold on, we got a Trump supporter, I believe. Trump supporters, request up in the box. You're the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, we call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Cliff, did you vote for Trump?
I'm sorry. No, I didn't. Definitely not.
All good. I appreciate you. W's in the chat to... Did I miss? Yes, I did. To Sean for the $5 super chat. If Kamala slept her way to the top, did Trump rape his way to the top? I would argue he raped and frauded and everything else his way to the damn bottom. 6,000%. 6,000%. W's in the chat to you, Sean. All right, let me put this back up. Damn it. It didn't load. Yes, it did. It's right here. Put it right up here. Could not believe this shit when I saw it. But yeah, it's on the White House website. Misleading, biased, exposed. The media offender of the week? CNN. Let me move this around. So I'm not just saying that the White House website is a bunch of BS propaganda of unsubstantiated claims that they're alleging off the sources presented. I actually went through some of these my damn self. And I fact-checked it my damn self. Most of these are claims made against the article. Claims that only someone who didn't even fully read or understand it would make. So this one here is in regards to the first claim, the biggest claim, I guess the one of the week, which is CNN. And this is how it's all broken down. It'll show outlet, reporter. These are Jonathan Reiner and Kate Bolden. Claim, CNN lies about President Trump's health. Category, conspiracy theories, left-wing lunacy. You click on all of these, it will take you to subsectors, subsections of all these different sources. Excuse me. The offense, Dr. Jonathan Reiner joined Kate Baldwin, I don't know how to pronounce that, on CNN's morning show where they sow doubt about his health. Quote unquote, the president has severe daytime Slow
down, first of all.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
I can't see it. I can't see with my contacts on it. You just have to zoom in some. Make the font bigger.
I got you.
Somnolence.
All right, cool.
I wouldn't have got that.
Woo. I would have spelled, the crazy part is like, spelling bee. I would have spelled it, but I want to pronounce it right. Don't make me do a pronunciation bee. don't make
that
me
would
do
be
a
so much
pronunciation
fun.
bee.
Holy shit. I'm stealing that idea.
God damn it.
Next up is a pronunciation bee. Fuck a spelling bee.
Somnolence. He falls
Say this
asleep
word.
very often. He's fallen asleep in the Oval Office on multiple occasions with people talking to him in the cabinet room. The truth. This is a blatant lie founded upon cherry-picked screenshots, literal videos. I've seen videos, periods of time where he's just down and jolts up. President Trump blinking or reading. The moronic conspiracy theory from a medical expert, quote-unquote medical expert, originated as a fringe talking point for chronically online leftists trying to save face after covering up Joe Biden's cognitive decline for 4 years. President Trump just completed his physical and received by the physical, do we mean the damn the Montreal test? That one, he's going around saying I beat it 4 times. I think he's done 2 or 3 within the last year.
He's also had multiple physicals, like physical checkups at the doctors. Like he has like 4 annual checkups in the last 2 years.
Once a quarter. Like, seriously. 3 cognitive ability tests within the last year and a half. Normal is 1. I'm going to keep saying that until I can't say it anymore. And also, he fell asleep last night at the Knicks game.
Diabolical. Hold on. Where did I last
Your
leave
doctor
off?
has you doing 3 cognitive tests. They're worried about you.
That part. This originated as a fringe talking point for chronically online leftists trying to save face after covering up Joe Biden's cognitive decline for 4 years. So all the doctors that cleared Joe Biden on his health, by their logic, this is the crazy part about this. They contradict themselves in the same sentence. By their logic, the doctors who came out and said that Biden was in clean, good health throughout the entirety of his presidency would also be telling the truth. By their logic. Never mind the videos. Right? President Trump just completed his physical and received a clean bill of health from one of the nation's greatest doctors. Their claims are demonstrably false and are a projection of their failure and shame. Key points: CNN platformer charlatan posing as a medical expert to promulgate lies about President Trump's health, and it has the quote-unquote sources here. This one I don't even have to go deep into. The ones I really want to go over are from the Washington Post. These are the ones that I got very much in depth from with. If it would just load. Also, this site is so buggy. I've clicked on this Washington Post thing 4 times now. I had the same issues with my phone. I actually thought it was my internet. When I clicked on them, it wouldn't take me. Oh my God. It won't take me. It won't take me to the damn site. And now this is just an icon. Well, I was trying to show it to y'all, but their shit is so busted. It's not working. Hold on. What does this do? What is this one? Okay, I think I got it. This one, I didn't do this one. I don't really care. But this one is the Washington Post. Alex Horton and Ellen Nakashima published an article from 2 unnamed sources claiming Secretary Pete Hegseth ordered a joint special operations commander to quote unquote kill everybody during an anti-terrorist operation in the Caribbean Sea. And then the quote that they have: kill the narco terrorists who are poisoning the American people. Allegedly. Whatever. I'm looking for the ones that I actually looked through. These are the ones that I looked through. Defense, immigration expert. Yes, this one. This is one of them. So, the offense in one of its stories, the Washington Post featured Neha Desai, an attorney with the nonprofit advocacy group National Center for Youth Law, as an immigration expert. Right? Immigration expert. An attorney. Immigration attorney. Here's the claim. ICE documents reveal plan to double immigrant detention space this year. I remember Erica covering this story. I remember myself talking about this story. I know we have all seen, especially if you watch Erica, her talk about in depth the ramping up of these ICE detainment centers to hold people, specifically in states like Arizona and Texas. Okay, we all know that's true. They're not arguing against that claim. The category of misinformation or misleading, according to this site, is bias and malpractice.
But did you read this? The thing is they're not even arguing against the detention space doubling. They're arguing against this person's credentials. This is stupid.
Is a left-wing partisan who donated to Kamala Harris, and it's irresponsible not to provide that context to readers. What? So any person who speaks from a place of their expertise on behalf of something the administration is doing, you have to know who they voted for. You have to know who they donated to. So now we're less worried about the merits of their argument that they're presenting and more about who they align with personally, despite their investigation and the information they're being shared having no leaning whatsoever. Yeah, that's the entire argument. She donated to Kamala Harris, so she can't be trusted.
Yeah,
God bless you.
Their sources are the article itself and Neha Desai's FEC record.
Yeah. They're
Like,
basically their whole
nothing
argument
to debunk
is,
what was said.
Their whole argument is the fact that she donated to Harris. That's smart. That's super smart.
So does that mean that they're not trying to double the amount of beds? They're not trying to double it? No? Oh, they still are? Oh, okay. They are so stupid.
So bad at this. Here's this one. The Washington Post claimed that using ankle monitoring devices to track illegal aliens is inhumane and quote unquote steeped in controversy. If you get an ankle monitor on you, which some of this has been to asylum seekers and otherwise, there is a lot of controversy in there, and the challenges that you would have, the ability to track people regardless of what they're doing, even if they don't have an offense. Duh. But anyway, the truth. Ankle monitoring devices have been used to track criminals for decades and are considered uncontroversial in mainstream American jurisprudence. That's not the point of contempt. Oh my gosh. The Washington Post, this is the key point that they want you to take from this, categories as bias and lie. The Washington Post mischaracterized the use of ankle monitors as inhumane and steeped in controversy when in fact there is well-documented precedent for this common law enforcement method. Where if you actually read the article, and here's the source: ICE moves to shackle some 180,000 immigrants with GPS ankle monitors. and the evolution of electronic monitoring devices. It's about the Trump administration's weaponization of it and the people that they're detaining and the reasons why we're tracking them. Whatever. This was the one I really got into because I went and found the damn thing myself. The offense. The Washington Post, Tara Kopp and Michelle Borstein published an article claiming that the U.S. Coast Guard would no longer classify the swastika, nooses, and the Confederate flag as hate symbols. The truth. Listen closely. The Washington Post claim isn't remotely true, and they posted the article without official comment from the Coast Guard. The Department of Homeland Security stated that Kopp and Borstein's article is unequivocally false. The funny thing about their claims is that they put the sources right here. So before I even read the source, I'm going to read Tricia McLaughlin's statement. That's what we're going to do first. Okay? That's what we're going to go with first. I'm not sure how well you guys can read that. I hope you can. This is the exclusive that they post. U.S. Coast Guard will no longer classify those symbols as hate symbols. The military drafted a new policy that classifies them as quote unquote potentially divisive. Okay? It's right there. Tricia McLaughlin, Lynn, this is an absolute ludicrous lie and unequivocally false. The Washington Post should be embarrassed to publish this fake crap. This is their source of it being wrong, that Tricia McLaughlin said it. Okay? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to X that out. Hold, please. I was just trying to, I meant to back out of it. Let me put it back up. Group 7. Go back. History. Damn it. Open history page. Why are you not showing the very last thing that I have open? Here we go. Archives. All right. Let me put this back up. Delete this source. Like, this is so bad. I'm literally about to debunk them in the article. So one of the claims I want you guys to remember is that the Coast Guard came out and said that's not true. So check this out, guys. What happens almost every single time an article gets ready to be posted? The sources, for the most part, reach out to that department that they're making the claim on, right? And they ask for clarification. Kind of like with Donald Trump, where all these places post Donald Trump's words or his policies or any changes that he makes, and then they'll reach out for clarification. And then we'll often see in the article, this office did not immediately respond to requests for comment, or they denied to comment on it, so on and so forth. So that's what, this is the White House. This is White House media tracker or some shit. What was it? Media bias. So that was the claim. Let me go back to it. And now we're going to go in the article itself and we're going to read it. And you guys tell me how any of this makes sense. The U.S. Coast Guard will no longer classify I'm trying not to say the words, actually. I need to be careful. Those symbols from the hate groups, an emblem of fascism and white supremacy, inextricably linked to the murder of millions of Jews and the deaths of more than 400,000 U.S. troops who died fighting in World War II, as a hate symbol according to a new policy that takes effect next month. I'm going to skip a lot of this. And I'm going to read these key parts. Though the Coast Guard is not part of the Defense Department, the service has been reworking its policies to align with the Trump administration's changing tolerances for hazing and harassment within the U.S. military. In September, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth directed a review and overhaul of those policies, calling the military's existing standards, quote-unquote, overly broad, and saying they jeopardize troops' combat readiness. The Coast Guard declined to provide comment before publication of this report. Subsequent to publication, Coast Guard spokeswoman Jennifer Plozai said by phone that the service disagreed with the Post reporting, but intended to look into the policy changes. We will be reviewing the language, Plozai said. Not that they lied or anything. They disagreed with the reporting. And the Coast Guard ultimately declined to comment before the report. So how can you now come out and say that it's a lie when you declined to clarify when the allegation was made? Now, in a statement attributed to Admiral Kevin Lunde, the service's acting commandant, The Coast Guard declined to address why its new policy no longer characterizes those symbols as hate symbols. Lunde affirmed, though, that such symbols and other extremist or racist imagery violate our core values and are treated with the seriousness they warrant under current policy. Now, here's the excerpts from the pages. This was cited in the article in and of itself for you to read, and I'm going to read them both, and I'll click on them too. Here's what it was when the Trump administration made the changes, or directed the U.S. Coast Guard to make the changes. Potentially divisive symbols and flags include, that was a big point of contention, potentially divisive symbols and flags include, but are not limited to, the following: a shmoose, a kostika, and any symbols of flags co-opted or adopted by hate-based groups as representations of supremacy, racial or religious tolerance, or other bias. What it was before the change. The following is a non-exhaustive list of symbols whose display, presentation, creation, or depiction would constitute a potential hate incident. I'm going to point out off the bat how those two different languages, two sentences are already different language-wise. One is a non-exhaustive list of said symbols where the display, so on and so forth, would constitute a potential hate incident. It's already putting inherently how it could be hate and how it's displayed and how it's used. The reason why it says potential is because obviously they would go over this from an educational lens to teach about how it could be hateful, so on and so forth. So potential hate would simply allude to it being intentionally used for the disrespect and harm of those groups that this would be referencing to. Versus potentially divisive, or adopted by hate-based groups. This only references the hate on the groups and how they would have adopted some of these symbols. So it's potentially divisive symbols that hate-based groups use versus these symbols that would be hateful incidents or create some potential hate incidents. Anyway, let me finish up. The display of these types of symbols constitutes a potential hate incident because hate-based groups have co-opted or adopted them as symbols of supremacy, racial or religious intolerance, or other bias. So it's all cited. Not to mention, they talked to a Coast Guard official, he's here, a Coast Guard official who had seen the new wording, called the policy changes chilling. We don't deserve the trust of the nation if we're unclear about the divisiveness of swastikas, the official said, speaking on the condition of anonymity because of fear of reprisal.
Like to also point out, in the original, it specifically pointed out Confederate symbols or flags, while in the revision, it just said any symbols or flags co-opted by or adopted, like
by the hate-based groups.
Made it super vague.
Their own website, y'all. Their own website can't even tell the truth on the stuff that they're reporting on. Oh, and yes, you can, Erica. Their own website. But yeah, again, according to the claim, let's go back here. Unequivocally false. You didn't say that when they reached out to you before the post was even made. The last one, and I'll make this one quick. I think, honestly, we may have to do a restart, y'all. Yeah, we're going on an hour, so we're going to have to do a restart. The last post that I'm going to go over, because I think I've made my goddamn point. The Washington Post published an article asserting that Israeli troops had killed more than 30 people near a U.S. aid site in Gaza. The truth. The so-called quote-unquote health officials said the Washington Post cited were members of the Hamas-controlled Gaza Health Ministry. Washington Post was ultimately forced to issue a correction. So that's misleading as fuck, and I'm about to show you how. Because they did make a correction. And here it is. This is going to be Caroline Levitt. And her comments, I could care less about her comments. Here's the correction. And this is made by the Washington Post. The picture here shown was the initial title, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check this. At least 31 people were killed Sunday morning in southern Gaza, and this was June the 1st of last year. Sunday morning in southern Gaza, according to the Strip's health ministry, when Israeli troops opened fire on crowds making their way to collect aid. Correction. We've deleted the post because it and early versions of the article didn't meet post fairness standards. The background. Early versions of the article on Sunday stated that Israeli troops had killed more than 30 people near a U.S. aid site in Gaza with the... Hold on. With the headline attributing the action to health officials. The article failed to make clear if attributing the deaths to Israel was the position of the Gaza Health Ministry or a fact verified by the Post. The article and headline were updated on Sunday evening, making it clear that there was no consensus about who was responsible for the shootings and that there was a dispute over that question. While statements from Israel said that it was unaware of injuries and that an initial inquiry indicated its soldiers didn't fire at civilians near the site were included in all versions, the Post didn't give proper weight to Israel's denial and gave improper certitude about what was known about any Israeli role in the shootings. The early versions fell short of Post standards of fairness and should not have been published in that form. Now, I did not read the original in its entirety. I did read the updated version. And then I did see, actually I did read the original. I just didn't read the full thing. I read the key provisions. One of the parts specifically that killed me. Let me see if I can go back here. One of the parts that got me, because this is the article here. This is the article here. Is the parts where it mentioned that people on their way to the boats, the aid in the region, they were shot at by Israeli defenses. That eyewitnesses saw them and heard the gunshots came from the side of IDF soldiers. This is mentioned in the article, right? While 3 witnesses said the gunfire came from Israeli military positions, the Israel Defense Forces denied the allegations, saying in a statement that an initial inquiry indicated that its soldiers did not fire at civilians while they were near or within the distribution site. Problem with this is, if you go on to read the article, we have the 3 witnesses there. We have no other witnesses to counter it other than the fucking IDF, and we know what we need to know about the IDF. And then, that doesn't negate the fact that there are people still shot at, that they were in the hospital being treated for their wounds after coming in the direction of the aid from the IDF. It just says we didn't do it. Never mind those shot people over there. We deny it firmly. It was Hamas. Right? They interviewed 3 eyewitnesses to the shootings as well as 3 doctors who attended to the casualties and family members of the wounded. One witness, 43-year-old Mohammed Al-Gharib, a local journalist, said he was a little over 100 yards from the gunfire when it erupted early Sunday. He said that it came from Israeli forces in the area and that he witnessed a quadcopter flying overhead before he escaped. At field hospitals in southern Gaza, doctors said they awoke shortly before 5 a.m. local time to the wail of ambulances bringing bodies for burial and casualties for triage. Some of the dead still, some of them died too. Some of the dead still held the plastic sacks they had been carrying to gather food in. They don't refute any of that. They are only contesting that the Washington Post made a post and then corrected it their own selves because it didn't meet their standards. And that's supposed to be an example of bias and malpractice. Sometimes you get things wrong. Sometimes you miss some of the articles. The fact that they were able to catch and review it is a good thing. But they're going to use that to say that they're misleading, even though they still haven't refuted a large portion of the information, even in the updated material. I think that's all you need to know about that website. That's it. The shots came from our military positions, but it wasn't us. Literally. Yeah. That is all you need to know about the White House media bias fact checker. It is full of shit. It is straight up full of shit. And you can debunk it, not even with doing additional due diligence, because they source the truth in the claim that they're making that it's a lie. Fucking crazy.
Shocking.
Anyway. Erica, you had something? Oh, she may be busy. We're going to make this final call before we do a restart. Thank you guys for getting the likes over 100K, but we're going to have to do a restart because I'm not here to sit around. And these guys are chicken shit. I see my mods handling people in the comments on the YouTube side, but they are not calling in. So Trump supporters, request up in the box or call in the number on screen. This live is the safe space for you. I think it's the Frail Bro guy. I'll get back to that. This live is a safe space for you to come up and express all the reasons why you no longer support Trump. And we know you're out there, whether you say it publicly or privately. And there's been a bunch of private reports lately. It's actually even been showing up in the midterm votes that we've had. You guys don't like what the administration is doing. You don't like some of his Congress picks or endorsements. Here in the state of Texas, Ken Paxton's own lawyer, who defended him during his impeachment trials for the financial disclosures and everything else, his own lawyer just went ahead on an interview with James Tallarico and endorsed him. That's crazy. Could you imagine one of Trump's, let's say Trump's spiritual leaders, and not going to be talking about the one that was, got off on 6 months for messing with a fucking kid. But imagine one of Trump's spiritual leaders going, listen, man, I defended Trump for all these things, but I'm going to get alongside you because Kamala Harris represents a better form of spirituality than you. I sent you that? Oh, okay. Where? I knew about that. I'm in Texas. So yeah, thank you, though. Imagine that. Imagine that. I want you guys to take in the significance of it. He's one of his own previous lawyers said, nah, I can't rock with that guy. I can't rock with that guy. But for some reason, Trump still is. Some people in Texas still are. Solely based off the fact that they called him James Tallarico. Also, WTM to Paxton is so cool. I'm not going to say WTM. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have a thing with some of these folks who full-throatedly supported the worst of the worst human beings and then woke up one day and was like, yeah, I'm kind of tired. Because his specific reason. In fact, let me see if I can find the clip. Let me see if I got the clip. I think Palpable sent it. I watched it on Instagram the other day, but here we go. Palpable sent it. Let me show you guys. This is a clip. And I want to see if you guys catch what I catch. Let me get the volume up here.
I think what people are hungry for is a campaign that's going to bring us together.
And that is exactly why I am supporting you. As you know, I defended Ken Paxton for years in the impeachment trial and in state criminal cases. But in my view, respectfully, I think Ken has lost sight of his core mission, which is to represent the people of Texas. And unlike Ken, I believe to my core, James, that you believe in unity over division, and that you know how to assemble not only Democrats, but independents and Republicans. And we need that right now. We need it more than in my lifetime, and I'm old as dirt. But we need unity. We don't need any more division, and that's why I'm supporting you.
I think what people are hungry.
Do I agree with the sentiments? Sure. I don't believe the person saying them. Or I have questions and criticisms about the person saying them. Granted, all that we give a fuck about is his endorsement, his vote, ultimately. But I have a thing with people who full-throatedly supported all the harm that these individuals and their president caused for years on end, all the division that they helped spread, and now that some of it is coming back and impacting your homes in several different fashions. Your wallet, your businesses, your personal relationships, the people who no longer call their mother, their father, their uncle, their whatever, kids who disown them because they're unapologetic support for Donald Trump and the other corrupt people that he stands behind. Now that some of those things are weighing heavy on folks, it goes, now I'm tired of division. You weren't tired of division when this group of people was being stepped on, when these people's voting rights were challenged, when these people, healthcare skyrocketed. So some of those things didn't matter to you, but it had to start to impact you. It's like, yeah, everywhere I go, I see people fighting because of the things that I support being so goddamn divisive and destructive that's going to tear this country apart. Now I want unity. And then that unity is ultimately just coming with a vote for a person who's going to kind of hold the tide. But some of those core values and beliefs that they have still align with the destruction of the party that they support, or the destruction that the party they support is propagating in the United States. So it's like, cool, it all helps. We'll kind of keep things from going to shit, but you're not necessarily a good person. So it's like, meh. We'll take the vote, though. Texas needs it. We'll take the vote. But gosh, I don't know. I just have a thing about people who just all of a sudden now are waking up to the division, right? None of this shit mattered before, but now all of a sudden it matters. Okay, sure.
Yeah. Once it hits their doorstep, they're like, you know what? Maybe these things are bad.
Oh wait, we got a sticker. We got a couple stickers. I just saw these. We got a couple stickers. Palpable did a few, and then Shauna did the one for Erica. I'm not putting all that up on the screen. If you guys are in the Discord, just go to the live chat. We have the Another Phil Bites the Dust and Claude Can't Save You stickers. The live chat of the Discord. Go check it out if you want to see it. Go check it on out if you want to see it.
On a related note, as far as voting goes, the Tennessee Democrats voluntarily dismissed one of the redistricting lawsuits here because of the, well,
Mike, hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. Mike, you come in here every day and you just spam. Defend your positions, my guy. You'll never come up. And that's why I'm just going to silence you every goddamn time. Literally, he's in here every single day. Just putting stuff in the keyboard. He won't come up, Shauna. Don't even bother to invite him. He's a chicken shit. He's one of those guys who just has talking points from his YouTube videos, and he doesn't want to get clipped. I understand. If I was that stupid, I wouldn't want to get clipped too. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Blue.
No, you're good. Yeah, they dismissed one of the 3 lawsuits that were pending. There's still 2 more that they're waiting on, or that they're throwing their support behind. One from the ACLU, another by the NAACP and League of Women Voters. Both suits allege racial discrimination in the redrawing of maps that eliminated the sole majority minority U.S. House district, my district. I don't see them really going anywhere because of the Calais decision. Racial redistricting can't be remedied based on race, basically.
Unfortunately, but it's nice to dream.
Yep.
Unfortunately. What? Wesley, I'll call in if you jump on with me. No, you won't. Shut up. I'm so tired of you guys lying. If Wesley was to come over here, that's the only way he would have to do it. If Wesley was to come over here to TikTok and get up on this panel, you still wouldn't call him the number on screen. So why lie? You think Wesley's the chicken shit? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You guys are such keyboard warriors, bro. Nothing but blah. You take down one Phil, bro, and everyone loses their balls. It's absolutely embarrassing. Now I know I'm going to have to clip. I'm probably going to set that shit to download the second we do this live restart. But yeah, we're going to make the final call, and then I'm going to go ahead and do it. Trump supporters requested from the box you with the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you may call in the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Who's that? Someone over on YouTube. Someone over on YouTube is messing with one of... well, no, he's not a mod, he's a member. Messing with one of the members because he's going back and forth with him in the comments. Oh, I'll call up if you get up in the box. First off, why are you in this live trying to argue with the comments? Secondly, Wesley can come over here, get on the panel, and he still won't call it. So it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
They want to talk to Wesley specifically.
I don't know.
They could talk to the host of the live. Like what?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. All right, I'm going to do a restart. We're going to see where we can get. So come right back in the next couple of minutes. I don't have a recent video, but you probably haven't seen my recent video or my last video within the last week. So go ahead, click on my name. Follow me first and foremost to make sure you're following everyone on the panel. Go to my profile, watch my last video. And then by the time you're done and you come back, we will return with a fresh restart, get some people up here in the box, preferably some adults who just don't want to slur because the ops have been weird today. I haven't watched a few lives. The ops have been weird today.
It's so weird.
Running out of talking points. All right, we're going to be right back. Come on right back, guys. Let me do this quick restart. Now get the fuck out of here. Heck, read the room. Yeah, I don't know what this dude. Blah, blah, blah. Yap, 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 yap. That's all Trump supporters have is yap. It will never cease to amaze me how quiet they get when it comes to stepping up, when it comes to actually defending your position. And the funny thing about that for me in particular is that it's men. You know, it's very rare that we ever actually get women like Trump's putting women in the box because they're even more scared. They know less than the men in some cases. It's actually really, really embarrassing. But then again, that goes along with their culture because women are supposed to speak in Republican culture, right? You're just supposed to stay in the back, let your husbands do everything for you, whatever. But literally, the basis of their argument is just some talking point. Usually that gets debunked in 0.2 seconds, but it gets harder and harder to defend the actions of this administration when that administration's actions is personally impacting you. And I think that's what we're seeing more and more on a daily basis. We're seeing more Trump supporters get hit by what this administration is doing. We're seeing more of them get personally affected by the negative feelings they're getting from their own mutuals concerning the changes in the country. And that causes you to be a lot more quiet. A lot more quiet. With that being said, double tap the screen, guys. Double tap the screen to get the likes up. We just did a fresh restart. Debbie's in the chat to Wesley55. I was willing to call their bluff, but they are gone now. Of course they are. Of course they are. Of course they are. I knew that wasn't going to happen. Hi, Fonzie. How you doing? We are doing a quick restart, seeing what kind of ops we can get in here, because, boy, they have been running. They have been running today. We've talked to, well, I guess two people specifically. One kid who ran, and then a Phil bro who ran because he didn't know Trump's policies. Isn't that embarrassing? How many people on the side of Donald Trump don't actually know what he has for the country? They just know that the headlines, the talking points, drill baby drill, close the border, America first. They don't know what that actually means. So let me go ahead and help you guys out. America first means America last. We've seen that in just about every single way. Because we're not putting our interests first in the way that we've reduced our soft power, the way we've pissed off our allies via tariffs and otherwise, which means we stop getting intelligence from specifically Europe. We've been put on a human civil rights watch list internationally. Are continuing to be condemned more and more for our unapologetic support for Israel, not only in regards to what they're doing in Gaza, but to this new Israel-sanctioned war in Iran, all of which has come back home to hit us in a negative way. Make it make sense. Everything about America first is America last, because we're more in depth despite the fact that some of the programs that helped cushion Americans during times of crisis in the year prior or the year beforehand have been cut substantially, with more to come. So America's weaker, Trump's richer. And his mutuals are richer as well, which is the typical MAGA playbook. Typical MAGA playbook.
God bless you.
Continue to double tap the screen. Thank you, Shauna, for the Pharaoh Mask. WCU, I appreciate you. Continue to double tap the screen. Let's get the heart bar full. Tap the screen. Let's get the likes up to 10K and beyond. And we'll see what kind of opposition we can get up here. If you are a Trump supporter, and you regret your vote, if all the things that I said and more that I haven't resonates with you in a certain way, a way that you can't tell your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your co-worker who you think is going to look at you differently just because you have, same-sex attraction to other men, this live is a safe space for you to come up here and express exactly what is making you grow more and more dissatisfied with the actions of this administration. And if you are a Trump supporter who does not regret their vote, you think he's doing an exceptional job, you think there's something that I'm missing, you can also request up in the box as well, because I can give you several reasons as to why you should. And by several, I mean several hundred. It's easy to regret your vote, considering the fact that it has not gotten you any closer to every single thing Donald Trump ran off of doing. Tariffs were supposed to bring back manufacturing. We've seen a 16% decrease in manufacturing jobs from last year. I'm not even going back to Biden's term. From last year alone, 16% reduction overall. The unemployment rate has also increased from the 4% that it was at the end of Biden's term to the 4.3% it is now. Make it all make sense. Make it all make sense. Make it all make sense. The biggest cuts arrive after midterm, 6,000%. They're literally just trying to keep their seats. That's why we've seen a lot of this rhetoric toned down in regards to the ICE enforcement in Minnesota, in regards to the language even surrounding Iran, so on and so forth. All it is that they're trying to secure their seats. If, which I don't believe this is to happen, Republicans were to keep their very slim majority in the House and the Senate, You know what would take place immediately after midterms? They'd go
Randall.
buck wild.
To accept.
Randall, you're on the line. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
And do you regret your vote?
50-50.
50-50. All right. Give me one reason why you don't, and one reason that you're dissatisfied with this administration.
Well, I am Jewish, and Trump is a long supporter of the state of Israel, and this is why we, the people of Israel, love Trump.
Why are you dissatisfied with Donald Trump?
He has been making lives in America unlivable.
Are you in the United States?
Yes, I am at the moment.
So
it's a very bad back.
I would actually contest the point that you made in regards to his support for Israel. I would actually argue that it's making Jewish people, specifically in the United States, less safe because it's instigating anti-Semitism.
There will always be anti-Semitism. Always.
Yeah,
I'm here.
There's no erasure of these oppressive systems and symbols of hate. There's never going to be doing away with racism, transphobia, homophobia, xenophobia, so on and so forth. Sexism. There's never going to be an erasure
But the
of
thing
said
about
systems.
Trump is we know his evils and we know everything about him.
Is that supposed
we
to be a
got
good
him.
thing?
We wrote the playbook that he's following to screw the rest of the world. So if we know the evil, why would we go with an evil that is unknown to us?
The only other alternative that you'd be referencing is Kamala Harris in the 2024 election, and the evils that
she
you'd be
was no
referencing are
friend
not
of
only
Israel.
non-existent, but they're not quote unquote unknown. Regardless, I'd rather not sit here and have a conversation about the woman who's currently minding her business. I more so want to focus on the actions of this administration.
Do you know she came in as Montel Williams' side piece like 20 years ago?
You know what I do know? I do know you guys don't care about who people came in with, and you know you don't care about the relationships personally. If you did actually care about their relationships and how they would have came to power, any kind of prominence, or how that dynamic went, you would have never voted for a man who cheated on all three of his wives. You would have never voted on a man who mischaracterized paying off a porn star under his business records.
We hire prostitutes.
Kamala Harris's personal relationships in no way, shape, or form constituted a crime. So your points are a little irrelevant in that aspect.
Did you know the average American in a day commits 3 felonies? It's only a crime if you're caught, sir.
Sure. And would you consider every single felony the same?
Of course not. Have you
Because
committed
that would be
any felonies
irrational.
today?
Not that I know of.
So 1350 would be wrong then, huh? Because who makes up the majority? Who makes up the majority? If the average American commits 3 felonies a day, who makes up the majority of the American population? White folks is criminals. White folks are criminals. White people are criminals. I didn't stutter.
They are. They are.
Exactly,
I'm Jewish.
all
I'm not
right.
white.
You're white.
Yes.
You're white.
Jewish.
Jewish isn't a race. Jewish isn't a race, sir. What are we doing? Good grief. It's not a race.
Israel.
Good
Israel.
God.
Sir.
I'm Israeli.
That is
That's too much.
Nationality. That's your
That is my
referencing.
father's homeland and my homeland.
And I think some of that was
My
going to
grandfather was born in Poland. Okay.
Hey, quick question,
Still.
sir. Quick question. When you go fill out an application or, application for anything and it asks you for your race, is there an option for Jewish up there or does it just say white, non-Hispanic? Which one? What you do? What you select? Yeah, you put white.
Other.
You put white.
I put other.
You put white.
Oh, what do you put?
White.
So is that the best way to get ahead in life?
What? What?
Is that the best way to get ahead in life?
Is that what you think?
Oh no! What?
So what should I put? What should I put?
You would put how you are classified, and you would be
I put
classified
other.
as white.
I don't.
I'm gonna stop
I
messing with
choose
him.
not to specify because if you specify something now, you can't lie about it later. So
You
if
want
you don't,
plausible
if you don't
deniability
want to
when it
have to
comes to you being
remember your
white?
lies,
My God.
excuse me.
You want plausible deniability when it comes to you being white? So you don't choose white because you don't you don't want to be
In
associated with
anything in
whiteness in the
general,
future? I'm so confused.
in the Jewish community, we choose to not call it lying. We just tell another
Okay,
truth.
well, whatever you choose to call something has nothing to do with the objective fact that you are telling a lie if you're falsifying what you put on the census. You present as white, I have no doubt you would be considered white. You move around the United States and abroad as white. I could care less about how you identify. That really has nothing to do with the conversation. I want to go back to the fact that you said you support Donald Trump
Yes, I don't
because
know
of the
how
fact
to
that he supports the quote-unquote state of Israel, which is a joke, but whatever. However, I'm sitting here making the argument that by saying Donald Trump's unapologetic support for Israel, or specifically the Zionist regime of Netanyahu, is actually putting more Jewish Americans at risk because it's causing or contributing to more rising tensions between them and specifically Palestinian people, and then the American public who are more critical of the relationship that we have with the state.
Okay, so that's the thing I was getting to. Netanyahu, he is a bad influence on Trump. Without Netanyahu, we'd be golden.
You currently
we have our
support that
Jewish
state
American
of Israel,
president
though.
in house doing all the things we tell him to do.
But
Because
you
he loves
currently
us.
support that
He
state
turned
of
Jewish
Israel.
because he loves us.
This is the reason why he said he's supporting Trump, is because Trump supports Israel. So never mind Israel's negative impact on the United States, specifically on the fact that while we're over there supporting the universal health care in the region, we're telling Americans here that that is never something that we can achieve, as we're sending them billions of dollars for offensive weapons to kill other people with. And we're also cutting the ACA subsidy specifically that made healthcare cheaper here in the United States. Which, friendly reminder, Jewish Americans would also be negatively impacted by said cuts here domestically.
Those all valid points. Those all valid points. I know I'm gonna lie with you there. They are valid. You got me. I have nothing to rebuttal to that except Trump is Jewish. He said
Trump
so
is
in
not Jewish.
2017, and he loves Israel.
Trump is not Jewish. When did Trump become Jewish?
Yes, he is. Trump converted to Judaism in 2017.
No, he didn't.
That's what I heard. Let me Google this now, because you're bugging me.
Yeah, that never happened. Also, hold on. Do you support people just because they're Jewish and Jewish in name or title or whatever only? Or would maybe the merit, the content of their character, and the policies that they would present that would benefit you as a Jewish person be of more significance?
The second thing
definitely
you
because
said,
they're Jewish.
but I go with the first.
I told you.
Because you have to stick
Definitely
with your
because they're
own
Jewish.
kind. You have to stick with your own kind.
Okay. So you don't mind the fact that he's a Jewish rapist? Yeah, I'm going to say aspirationally Jewish from
No,
this point on.
the Talmud. Have you ever read the Talmud, my friend?
No.
It depends who he did it to. If he did it to a goy.
I'm sorry. Excuse me?
A goy is a non-Jewish person. A goy is a non-Jewish person.
A Gentile.
Yeah.
So rape
This
only
dude's
matters
disgusting.
to you if you rape someone who's not Jewish or Jewish.
It's in the Talmud, my friend.
Does rape matter to you regardless of Jewish or non-Jewish identity?
To me, I've never been raped. But in the
That wasn't
Talmud,
my question.
it says different, my friend.
Do you care if people who are Jewish or not Jewish are raped?
Me personally, of course.
So what are you on autopilot? Answer the question. Do you care if non-Jewish people are raped? Yes or no?
Of course. Who wouldn't?
Then why the hell would you
They're getting
say that
raped. They're not
it
out
only
there
matters that
consuming
Donald
the
Trump
boy
did so
slop and
to a
making
goy?
money
Why
for
would you say
Israel.
that then? Think about what it is that you're saying. I don't think you're a serious
All I'm
person.
saying is, you guys are trying to hear is crucify Trump to be the second coming of Christ, but he's not. He's not a bad guy.
Yeah, we're not trying to crucify him at all. We want accountability for all the things he's been able to get away with,
You know what?
including the
It
raping
seems like
of a non-Jewish
you're
woman,
trying
to
to
my
have
knowledge, she's
those
not
three
Jewish,
males
by the
hold
name
up
of E. Jean Carroll,
entire.
with 27 other allegations made against him, including one that would be extremely credible because it was an allegation made by the woman who already settled with the Epstein estate when she named
Mr.
down him specifically in
Mr.
her
Hector,
abuse.
have you ever read the Talmud?
No, I haven't read the Talmud. And if the Talmud says I
You know
only
what the
have to care
Talmud
about
says?
Jewish women who are raped,
Matters of
then I don't
history.
give a flying fuck about your book.
Whoa, that's a bit anti-Semitic.
Oh, it's anti-Semitic to say I care about all people who are sexually assaulted and do not get justice? That's what I
did
want
not
you to
say
say.
that.
No. Stand on what you said. Because I said, if your book only cares, about Jewish women who are raped, then I don't give a fuck about your book. Now, let me be clear. I would argue there may be some Jewish people who'd even disagree with you. I'm only going off of what you said because I don't understand the book. So according to you, the Talmud prioritizes Jewish women who are sexually assaulted. If that is the truth, I don't give a fuck about your book. You said it is anti-Semitic for me to say I don't care about a book that prioritizes the rape of certain people over the other. That's what you said. So I want you to stand on that. Am I anti-Semitic for caring about all people who are raped, regardless if they're Jewish or not? Yes or no? Stand on it.
If it's all people, no. But if it's specifically not Jewish people, yes.
I don't think you heard the question. Let me say it again.
You have to prioritize.
Am I anti-Semitic for caring about all women who are raped? Yes or no?
It depends.
It depends. What does it depend on?
How many of them were Jewish?
What?
How many of the people you're speaking about allegedly are Jewish or not?
I was already in the qualify. Oh my God, my guy.
So
am I anti-Semitic for saying I care equally about all women who are raped, regardless of if they're Jewish or not? It's just a yes or no if I'm anti-Semitic.
No, of course not.
Oh,
but in your heart,
you just said I'm anti-Semitic. Do you remember that? Do you remember when I said I don't give a fuck about your book if it prioritizes Jewish women who are raped? Do you remember that? And then you said that's anti-Semitic. Those were I have it on the clip, my guy. You said I'm anti-Semitic for saying I don't give a fuck about your book if it only cares about Jewish women being raped.
About the Talmud.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the Talmud if that is the language in your book.
Oh my God. Oh my Lord, he said it.
Would you denounce the Talmud if it only cared about? Let me finish my question.
Don't you ever even?
Would you denounce the Talmud if it only cared about Jewish women who are raped?
Wait, repeat that question and rephrase.
Would you denounce the Talmud if it only cared if Jewish women were raped?
Maybe. It depends if the other people had their own books.
Let me ask you something. When you guys come up here and you say some deplorable stuff as what you just did.
You something.
You said all we do is criticize and crucify and all these different things. Don't you think what you just said is a pretty crucifixal thing? Don't you think that is an honest, genuine reason for people to strongly dislike you? Don't you think that maybe women who aren't Jewish, hold on, don't you think that maybe women who aren't Jewish, upon hearing this, that if you, a Jewish man, were in the vicinity of them being assaulted, you would disregard their pain, you would disregard their suffering, you would disregard their violation if they did not identify with your faith? Don't you think that could be a significant cause of anti-Semitism over anything else?
What if she was a shiksa? What if she was a shiksa? What if she liked that type of thing?
You're fucking disgusting. You're absolutely disgusting. Yeah, that's disgusting. So, like, people like that are deserving of condemnation. He's deplorable, just an absolutely deplorable person, trolling or not. Like, that's a bridge too friggin' far. Absolutely disgusting. Just gross. People like that, I say their phone numbers out loud. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't even gonna hold you. I just say their phone numbers out loud. You don't have to, Hector. You can tell me and I'll say it. Cause what?
Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people. You know what? Yeah,
Fortunately.
I don't give a damn. You guys want to cry about anti-Semitism all the goddamn time? You know the number one instigators of anti-Semitism are Jewish people. Some Jewish people, because I know some fantastic, and the state of Israel, I know some fantastic, exceptional Jewish people, amazing people. Whatever your faith, whatever your thing is you believe, these are people who just, they have their strongly held beliefs, but they're still good people, genuinely good people. Then you have folks like him, who support the likes of Donald Trump, who himself in many ways I can actually argue is extremely anti-Semitic, in so many ways actually, I would make that argument in some ways. Then they support the actions of Donald Trump. Then they get up on the page and they say shit like that. Shit like that is what they say. And then when people look on your faith and your religion, they go, that's fucking gross. Why the fuck would I want anything to do with that? Imagine being in a faith. Imagine being in a vicinity of men who, if you came to them and said, you were raped, I need help, they go, let me see your Jewish card first. You're not one of us. Get out of here. I think that would be a strong leading cause of anti-Semitism amongst people versus anything else. Regardless, in the Talmud, rape is universally condemned as a severe crime and a violation of bodily integrity, regardless of the victim's religion. Under Jewish law, halakha, non-Jews are fully protected against violence, and the Talmud treats forced sexual assault as a grave sin and an act of personal injury. The Talmud rules that rape is an act of violence and the victim is entirely blameless. The Talmud outlines 5 categories of damages for assault, including pain, degradation, medical expenses, lost wages, and loss of value. These financial penalties and reparations apply for the assault of non-Jewish victims, just as they do for Jewish victims. Thank you for that from one of my Jewish friends. Friendly reminder that I only made that argument based off of what he believes. I did not agree with that language in the text because I've never seen or heard of it.
Man, get that Jewish folk out of here.
King Kong, did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
And do you regret your vote?
I 100% do not regret my vote.
And why is that?
Why is that? Is this country's coming back to a standard where we put people like Carmelo Anthony behind bars for the rest of his life.
Don't do it.
White lives matter. White lives
You don't want to do
are
that.
protected. Irania Zaruska will rest in peace forever from that asylum in North Carolina.
Yeah. You can't even say her name right, but with that being said, both her and DeCarlos Brown are victims of this system. So there's that part.
Oh my God, DeCarlos Brown had a brother that was a murderer. His sister
Let's make up more
was
shit.
a murderer.
Let's make up more stuff.
Murderer.
All right.
This
Didn't you run yesterday?
public record.
Did you just come here to just do the racism? Is that what you came to do? Is it that's what you came to do? You can drop. There you go. Skedaddle, child. All right, let's be so effing for real.
1 second. I need to scold my mods on YouTube. Mods, I have people that report to me when y'all are doing the most. So I just came over here to the YouTube chat And someone's comment says, George Stephanopoulos claimed that Trump was convicted of grape, and ABC News had to pay Trump $15 million for his false claim. Why was this deleted? And he's mischaracterizing the situation, but the settlement and everything is true. Why was this deleted? What are y'all doing? What else did he say? Is there something else he said that I'm missing? Convictions and liability are different things. Convictions are beyond a reasonable doubt. Liability is based off the preponderance of the evidence. And in both situations, they would require the same methodology of finding, quote unquote, said guilt. When you have a jury that picked by your lawyers, a jury of your peers, where the judge would say he would have been found convicted of said grape if it wasn't for the statute of limitations, you can miss me with that bullshit, NATO. So I see he's saying a bunch of bullshit. So maybe it was a threshold, and that's the reason why y'all muted him. But I'm also seeing something about friendlies and stuff getting accidentally clipped. So please be careful, guys. Mods over there on the YouTube chat, remember the rules. I only care about the slurs, the gross isms, and the spamming. That's it. They'll mute people for saying bullshit. Unless we're at the threshold where we're just trying to get them to call in which case, yeah, just silence them if they're spamming. So that could have been the reason why. If you're silencing them to get them to call in the number on screen, defend the shit that they're spamming in the chat, that's perfectly fine. No problem. I just want to double check that really quickly. Alrighty. Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side and we call in the number on screen, 737-295-5321. I've never been scolded before, so shut up.
Like, to think that like Donald Trump is doing anything that has their best interests at heart is pretty laughable. It's extremely laughable, actually. Like, Donald Trump has done nothing since he's gotten back into office but do every single thing that he accused Joe Biden of. He said Joe Biden was using lawfare against him, yet that wasn't the case. Everything that they actually brought up against Donald Trump, they had proof of, proof positive. These are things that actually could have went to trial, and they likely would have won these cases, especially the classified documents case. Unfortunately, we have an inept, corrupt, in the pocket of Donald Trump, Supreme acting as court, all right, who gives him immunity of all things while he's sitting president, as a president-elect and as sitting president. That was sick. That was the most egregious miscarriage of justice that we had in this nation's history in like over a century. I think the prior to that would be the Dred Scott decision. It's just disgusting. And so we see him fuck up like with Letitia James, James Comey, and so many others, Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Right? We see him constantly use the Department of Justice to go after people that he deems are his enemies and that he wants to make examples out of. All right, and he fails, but that's what he accused darn going Joe Biden of doing. All right, he says that Joe Biden was Sleepy Joe. Oh my God, there was a photo of Joe Biden with his eyes closed. Oh my gosh, can't believe it. Bruh, we have numerous video, and we're not talking just a split second. We have video of this man constantly and consistently going to sleep at press conferences, at cabinet meetings, at meetings with other dignitaries, at basketball games. He's always going to sleep. All right. This dude cannot stay up to save his life if he wanted to. He's asleep. All right. Dreamy Donnie is what they call him. All right. Dreamy diaper Donnie. All right. Like, it's fucking gross. Everything. He said that Joe Biden was corrupt. Did Joe Biden make, like $4 or $5 billion in his first year in office as president? Did Joe Biden get a jet from Qatar? Are you really seriously going to talk to this guy? He is about as smart, all right, as smart as, I don't know. I can't think of something about he's not
Right, you're not
smart.
smart to think about an insult.
You're not smart. It's not even worth
smart enough to think about an
insulting
insult.
you. It's not worth insulting you because you're just not
So why
smart.
do it?
Go ahead, say something smart.
So why do it? Why insult me if it ain't worth it? That's smart.
That's why I stopped. Exactly. You just proved my point. What's wrong with you?
How you doing today, man? I'm talking to the host.
I have an entire co-host that you will address for the time you're up here. That was rude.
So how you doing, ma'am? And I'll address her too. I'll address the young lady. But how you doing, ma'am?
Supervision. Say something smart.
1 + 1 = 3.
Show your work.
That's smart enough for you? Or is it
Show your
above
work.
your comprehension level?
Show your work.
1 + 1 = 3?
Yeah.
Okay. If me and my lady come together, we can create 3 of us.
You're such a fucking moron. Jesus fucking Christ.
Me and my lady have a baby. Now it's 3 of us. So that was 1 and 1 made 3.
You niggas aren't real. I swear to God, y'all not real.
That don't make sense to you?
Hey,
ma'am?
Hey, I don't remember your fucking name. Vision. Call you
Supervision.
Vision. Vision. Ain't nothing super about you. So, let me help you out. So you plus your wife coming together and creating a child, thus making it the third party in the mix, is that automatic? Automatic, okay. So there isn't some steps that have to be taken prior to bring in the third party in the mix.
Of course, we would have to have, relations.
So you and your wife being together doesn't inherently create the third product, which would negate your equation of 1 + 1 = 3.
No, well, 1 meaning me, 2 meaning her, coming together.
I don't know why you think that's
I
don't know why you think that's what I'm not understanding. I'm challenging it. If you and your wife coming together doesn't automatically inherently create the third factor, the third number in your equation there, then it can't be 1 + 1 = 3, because you and your wife do not automatically make the third option. There's steps, there's a whole process there to then add on to make up 3. You plus your wife make 2, point blank.
Right.
You guys
But the
can
process is already
make a
there.
third.
But the process is already there in the statement. 1 + 1. The plus is the action.
I can't believe this. Do you regret your vote, Supervision?
I do not, ma'am. I regret him coming to the game last night and messing up our perfect season, but other than that, he's a great president we ever had. He's exposing all the, fraudulent activity. Ain't you happy for that?
Give me one fraudulent activity that he's exposing.
Well, the Democratic Party. You see how y'all up in the uproar right now? He's definitely making y'all glitch. You definitely got y'all panties in a bunch.
You said he's exposing fraud. Our panties would be irrelevant to what you claim that their Trump administration is exposing. So can you give me an aspect of fraud that has been exposed from the Democratic Party?
Well, the allocating of money to places and the reason for the allegation, that's exposure right there. Do you want to focus on that, or should I continue?
What the fuck did you say?
The allocated funds that the Democratic Party has been allocating to these countries for the ways.
I've already done this shit with you. USAID is not democratic, and it still currently exists. They just strongly restricted whatever countries or what reasons we would send money abroad. I'm not fucking doing this shit with you again.
Right.
Give me another element
There's
of
a
this
whole
fraud
conspiracy tied
that they're putting out.
Well, let me
Wait,
do the main
I have an entire fucking video on my profile debunking your stupid ass.
videos, bro.
I have an entire. I remember you now. I mean, I know who you are, but yeah, you're literally in one of my videos. We've literally been over this already. I have already debunked this point. I would. A word. A word. Got you. I got you. W Shauna for the first galaxy. W Shauna for the first
Send me
galaxy.
to the galaxy. Send me to the motherland. I need a wild exit.
Let's do this. Let's do this because you said nobody watches my videos. I mean, on YouTube, that's kind of true. My YouTube algorithm is trash. Everywhere else, very different. Very different.
You can pay for your TikTok views.
I get paid for my views on TikTok. You're correct. Let's do this. So where's my profile? Which one is you? This one here. Oh,
the main one. I'm the main one.
Look at that. You're pinned. You're not the main one. You're actually the third top video on here. That's how stupid people thought you were.
No, I'm the main character, man. I boost a lot of
lives.
lives.
This one is
Thank you,
160
Shauna.
something.
One more.
160 something thousand views, 16,000 likes, 1,800 comments. Would you like to go over some of the comments? Let's go over some of the comments, my guy.
Is that the one
Let's
I'm
go
on?
over some of the comments. I really want to see this, what this quote unquote moron looks like in real time. I wish they would have shown his face. No, it's an anime profile. They wouldn't know that. He speaks with a type of confidence and authority that normally comes with competence. Oof. As soon as he said overstand, yeah, that's this one, I knew. Ah, yes, the stimulus response arguing strategy. My response is whatever I feel based on the last thing you said. Anything that happened before that has already left my reality.
Hey, you better cut me a
Only
check, bro.
thing wasteful is the air that person breathes. Guys like this and Trump are making lifelong Republicans leave the party at record numbers. I would argue leave the party, but they're definitely becoming more quiet. Give him some time to look up the Twitter page he's getting his news from. These guys just slapping their heads with the books. Trump said it. I love the poorly educated. Anyways, should I keep going?
I mean, I'm talking about to ask for a check, some compensation for my boosting your numbers.
You don't boost my numbers, my guy.
But not for real. All jokes aside, though, just because I think different and have a different ideology of y'all shouldn't attack me with this, you know?
I attack stupidity. You seem to be ridden with it.
And it's truly okay to call people stupid.
It is
It's
very
okay.
to call
it's
people
okay because
stupid.
I don't.
Hey, chat. I'll take this
things.
opportunity to griff now. So if you go to my shop, hectorshops.com with 2 R's, one of my prized possessions, my new line of merchandise, is a t-shirt that says, it's okay to call people stupid. You would have seen me wear it about 2 lives ago. It's available in so many colors. Go check it out because I think it's okay to call people stupid. I think it should be normalized. And I think we should put it on our chest. And if you'd like to do the same, go to hectorshops.com with 2 R's and get you an It's Okay to Call People Stupid t-shirt. Yes, that was a fantastic alley-hoop, Eric. I ain't even gonna cap. That was exceptional. I'll give you that. So anyways, back to this dolt. Give me a reason why you support Trump outside of this quote-unquote exposure that you haven't been able to substantiate the last 4 times you've been on this goddamn panel.
The exposure goes even deeper. I told you that I've been a lifelong Democrat. And so has my family.
Lifelong Democrat, which means you'd have, I'd say you're roughly 40 something years of evidence to show how the Democratic Party commits these
Actually,
massive
I'm
amounts
31.
of fraud.
Actually, I'm 31.
30
but
something years.
like I said, I was a lifelong Democrat. When I got my opportunity to vote, the first person I voted for was Donald J. Trump because I watched for a long time.
How are you a lifelong Democrat and your first vote was Trump?
Yeah, my first time
You
I
were a
voted
Democrat in sentiment? You never voted?
Like, a Democratic family, everything was Democratic views.
That doesn't make you a Democrat.
I know it doesn't. But
I'm 31.
But I was supposed to vote Democrat. I mean, when my family was telling me, that's what they were expecting from me. What I'm saying, but I have my own mind.
So you're not a Democrat. You weren't a lifelong Democrat. You literally just lied.
You know what I mean? Like, a lot of ideologies was in my household.
Words mean things.
You're right, Miss Ma'am.
Miss Ma'am, it's so redundant.
My mom was a Democrat. My dad was a Democrat. My granddad was a Democrat. My Meemaw was a Democrat. So it's like
So you're not a Democrat. Okay, but
In
you're
the
not. You've always been a
literally never
Republican.
was. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Always been a free thinker, man.
You're not a free thinker, sir.
I mean, if I wasn't, I'd be thinking like you.
You are not a free thinker. You don't think critically. Because if you
If I wasn't a
did,
free thinker,
you wouldn't be still here trying to support, like pretending to support Donald Trump. Because you can't even name one thing that you actually support that isn't rooted in hate. Go ahead. Name something you support from Donald Trump. Do it. Go.
immigration.
Why?
I support that because I feel like you can't put disenfranchised people on top of disenfranchised people. It was just a
You
wrong
can't
tactic.
put disenfranchised people on top of disenfranchised people.
Yes, ma'am.
Expound. Let's dig into that. Expound on it.
Well, the original disenfranchised people was the black communities, right? Well, by propelling the migrants in front of us for all the benefits and things of that nature, it's kind of like hindering us. So I
See,
feel like
you just pretty much nullified your argument because you got one more time to swallow in my goddamn ear. I know
I'm
that
sorry.
much. Stop doing that. You just nullified your argument because I said not rooted in any type of hate.
I wasn't.
So you have a dislike of the immigrants because your whole argument is based on them receiving something that you think black people should get.
No, that's not what I said. That's what you said. What I said
You
is that
just
there's
said that. You
proper
said that
ways.
said they put them in front of us for them to get all the benefits.
Right, but there's proper ways to enter this country, and if you don't follow the procedures,
Itchy, please.
you're labeled as a criminal.
Itchy.
Oh, dirty itchy back in the live now.
Watch your mouth.
You mean that's your boyfriend or something?
Watch your mouth.
W's in the chat to Melvin for the $5 super chat. Sir, ignorance is bliss, but it's no excuse for stupidity, and you're showing it. Please shut the fuck up. And W said, God damn it, Wesley. You know what? Fuck it.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear
fuck it.
somebody with different views.
If we're gonna start counting super chats towards a permafan, we're gonna put it up. Because primarily the permabans are going to be for the links. But Wesley sent 20. Please permaban this guy. He doesn't understand words. He just parrots talking points. Can you respond to what Erica's just said?
Did I just respond talking points? Is what you're saying? I didn't hear what you saying. I just
asked you to respond to what Erica just said. Erica was asking you a question.
Oh, Erica's the girl that was down there. I kind of forgot what your little segue.
Repeat your question, Erica.
Yeah, I don't get paid enough for this shit. Listen, bro.
You get paid good money to talk about
Trump. Listen.
You're doing your best talking about Trump.
Listen. Just listen.
Erica's links in the bio as well.
Chat, we don't do ableism. Let's stay away from it. Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
No, we don't do
that. Supervision. Okay. I said you nullified your argument because you basically support Donald Trump's immigration tactics because you feel that immigrants are getting something that black people aren't getting. Therefore, making your support of him rooted in your dislike of immigrants.
No, I don't have a dislike of immigrants, and nor does
you
Donald
don't.
Trump. We have a dislike of criminals entering our country.
What percentage of them are criminals?
I don't know, man. You have to figure that out. You actually
I have to figure that out. Then how do you know if any of them are criminals? Then
literally,
there's a lot of criminal activity being
like what?
Like robberies.
By who?
By these migrants.
Thank you, Jen.
These migrants, you could tell them by the Jordans they got on.
What?
What?
You could tell them. You could tell the ones that's like in gangs by the Jordans they got. They got like them, them new.
You just associate a certain pair of Jordans with gang membership?
Yeah, like
that is one of the most white.
I'm spilling too much tea right now, but that's how it goes.
Talking points I have ever heard in my entire life. What is up with you? What is up with you self-hating niggas who just shuck and jive at every single talking point that your white daddy tells you to say? Because that's the exact same fucking arguments that they use against black boys when they're walking out down the goddamn street, getting their mother's groceries, skateboarding to their friend's house, walking home from school or tutoring or education classes. Look at the joints they have on. Look at their hoodie on their back. Look at those symbols.
Now they know how we feel.
Do you think that makes an ounce of fucking sense to sit here and associate criminals with a fucking shoe brand?
They do, not me.
And you just did it. You just did it.
No,
and you know damn well how it's been used against us. But now you're up on your fucking high horse and you want to use it against other people, not realizing how that comes back to you? Does that make an ounce of fucking sense to you? How would you like it if I shoot your black ass for the hat on your head? Because I think it's a damn criminal domestic terrorist symbol, which I could actually make the fucking argument that anyone who wears a MAGA hat is a domestic terrorist or supports it. 6,000% light work.
I mean, you could say that.
Yeah, I know I could, and I can back it up. Regardless, you probably wouldn't like that. So I want to get back to your point. You don't get to associate shoe brands with criminals. And if you do, you need to accept the fact that you're a fucking white supremacist cuck.
They're doing that to themselves.
You're a white supremacist cuck.
That's how it goes.
You are a white man, you're a black man saying white supremacist talking points. Because I won't take away from your blackness. I hate that shit. But you're a black man spitting out white supremacist talking points, and you think that shit's okay.
But what am I tap dancing for? I don't think I'm tap dancing for anybody. Because
exactly, what are you tap
to save the
dancing
black
for?
community. I voted for Trump to save the black community.
But you know the things
y'all
that
so
Donald
used to
Trump
being
has
slaves that y'all
done.
fight for y'all slave masters.
But supervision, you know what Donald Trump has done since taking office, and you know the climate, the intense racial climate that he has put this country in over the last 10 years. You know what he's done. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what is it that you think that Donald Trump is going to do to save the black community.
Thank you.
You got to make this make sense.
All right.
W's in the chat
what has
to
he...
Ruth for the $10 PayPal. I could go the rest of my life without hearing this guy again. Don't fucking
Shout out
tell
to
me
Ruth.
about it.
Shout out to Ruth. Ruth, you're a winner for that one.
Phoenix,
you gotta start paying me, bro.
Super chat. Dunning-Kruger sends its stupidest warrior. That fucking part. Thank you so much, Phoenix. W's in the chat to Rohit for the $7.99. Hector and Erica are doing a public service by providing adult daycare to people who need the to people who need the PSAs to not stare at the sun. That's crazy. That's crazy. W's in the chat to you. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you.
Erica, to answer your question, I don't hate immigrants. I'm not against them, but if they come in here proper, then they could get the benefits of America, right?
But
they can't come in here as criminals and expect to be catered to.
W's in the chat to Kylene for the $10 PayPal. Fuck this guy. Hey, fuck you.
Shout out Kylene for the $10.
But the thing is Donald Trump is even targeting those who have come into the country proper, as you have so eloquently put it. He's doing that. Do you know that just yesterday they announced that they're going after 17 people who have been nationalized? Why can't I say the word right now? Naturalized. Good grief. He's going after 17 people who have been who are U.S. citizens, and he's claiming it's based off of fraud. But we have to think about the fact that over the span of friggin' 27 years, from 1990 to 2017, that they had only 11 people denaturalized in the United States of America, and Donald Trump's trying to do 17 in 1 year.
So you can't fathom it being actually fraud?
The evidence doesn't support it. The trends. It doesn't support it.
What evidence that you know that they do?
The evidence doesn't support it, and I said it's based off of the trends. Did you hear what I said? Between 1990 and 2017, only 11 people were denaturalized. Some way, somehow, the Trump administration has found 17 people within the span of 1 year, supposedly, and not even that long, because Donald Trump only gave this directive in December of 2025. It's now June. So what, 6-7 months?
You can't
he found 17 people
on a trend, though, man. Like you can't.
Actually, yes, you can.
You cannot.
It's called being indicative of a pattern. Yes, it is. What do you think a trend is?
But maybe there was an administration that gave it a look. You know what I'm saying that
Maybe,
then
maybe. What you
right.
would have to
This
do
is
if you
all
make that
maybes. This is all
claim, no,
accusations.
if you make such a claim like that, then you would have to actually have evidence to back it up. I'm
But
already
where's your
telling you
evidence for
mine.
your
You
claim?
with the United States Customs and Immigration Services,
Oh,
you
so you
can
work for
check
them?
them out and you'll see.
You work for
Do
them?
I work for them?
Yes, ma'am.
Why do I have to work for them?
Because I don't think they would spill information that valuable out like that.
What? This information is public and is tracked.
Right. So
Are you
where is
well?
so where is that? That's what I'm saying. Where the part that says that is no fraud detected?
Who said anything about no fraud not being detected? Are you listening? I said it's
So,
based off of trends.
right,
Are
but I
you
told you.
understanding that over the span of listen, you're not listening.
But can you fathom
Over
it being fraud?
27 years, there were 11 cases. That means not even one case a year. Do you understand that?
I
Right.
Out
mean,
of the
bro
hundreds
don't
of
know
thousands
math.
of people,
We got to take that into
oh my
consideration.
God.
He said
If I
one
know
plus
anything,
one
I know
equals
math.
3.
No, you don't. You said 1 + 1 = 3. Shut up. That's a bad joke. You don't know math.
Okay.
You
Well,
probably think 2 + 2 is 37.
2 + 2 is
Anywho.
22. Come on, I'm just joking. Let me get serious for real, because I'm coming for a check from this guy. Hector owe me a check. But back to you, Miss Erica.
Excuse me?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Whenever you finish, I just want to know how Donald Trump is bettering the black community. That's what he said.
He's by exposing the
Oh my
true
fucking
oppressors
God.
of
Is
the
that all you
community.
have?
Please.
He exposing all these invisible things I be making up. He be exposing
No,
the shit
he's
that I come up with.
exposing our true oppressors.
Exposure. Nothing better than that exposure. That's all you got.
Our
Baseless
true oppressors.
bullshit accusations.
Y'all blaming Trump 10 years of politics on the black plight is insane. That's like a
He
far.
is worse than the black plight, you fucktwad. 6,000%.
How is he worse than everything we went through?
Worsened. Did you hear the word? Okay. I gotta
Worse
remember I'm
than
talking to a
everything we've been
stupid
through.
nigga. Excuse me.
I'm from the city, baby. I grew on the
Worsened.
smog.
If I say worsened, that would imply that things were already bad and always have been for black people in the United States.
Right.
It's
So why is
been
he getting the blame?
worsened by the actions of this administration.
How?
Easy. The black unemployment
You
rate
not drink out
specifically
of a
for
water
black
fountain
women.
no
The
more?
attacks that he's made against the policies and directives that would have assisted with black maternal mortality for black women who are 3 to 5 times more likely to die during childbirth than anyone
That's a
fucking else.
talking point right there, straight out
It
the
is
book.
a fact.
So
I'm
you saying
sorry.
there's more women
Are
dying
black
right now?
women not 3 to 5 times more likely to die during childbirth?
Are they dying now? Are they dying at a high rate now?
Yes.
No. So you saying the president since the presidents came to election, right? More
The
women dying?
president's elimination or cuts from departments or repealing of executive orders and laws that would have put more pressure, that would have applied more funding, more research into those systems is directly harming black women.
So since that was signed, has black women mortality increased or decreased? Like, what's the numbers on that, Miss Google? What's the numbers on that? Because y'all blaming him for things that's out of his control. Y'all putting too much faith in a president.
If I say that they're 3 to 5 times more likely, that wasn't under Trump's administration. That is in general.
Right.
We're allocating funding. Kamala Harris specifically as a vice president and even beforehand was putting a spotlight on said issues when able to make private and public partnerships to direct more access, women's healthcare access to those women, to direct more research into the reasons why they're gone.
So you're saying a woman cannot get medical care now as she could before?
Yes,
What are you
they're
saying?
limited.
That's not
It is
true.
limited.
That is not true.
It literally is. We've seen an increase in medical deserts. Do you know what a medical desert is? Or a healthcare desert, whatever what it's specifically called.
So you're saying that the appointments that these women began
Do you know what a healthcare
are
desert
now
is?
canceled? They're not going to
Do
see the
you know
GY?
what a healthcare desert is?
I would assume is a dry place when nothing's go down, right?
A place with limited, next to no easy access to healthcare, to ERs, to what do you call those centers? What do you call those centers? Like first
Planned
whatever the
Parenthood.
fuck. No,
Planned Parenthood.
I mean that in part, yes, but I'm talking about
Birthing
healthcare in
centers?
general.
Birthing centers?
Those two.
So you saying all these things are just going off the face of the earth now?
Oh my god.
Is he stupid?
No, I think y'all
You
are.
are stupid. And I'm sick and tired of having to pretend that you're smart because Itchy is
urgent
right.
care.
When
Thank
you are
you. God, I
arguing
was
with
blanking
us,
on that.
when
Y'all
you are
keep
arguing
throwing
with
this
a
thing out,
stupid
though.
person, no one can, people from a distance can't tell who is who.
Y'all
I'm
keep
not
throwing this
arguing with your
fears out.
silly
That's
ass
all
no
y'all do
more.
is drink. Yeah,
You're
y'all
so
throw fears
stupid.
out. This is just fears y'all throwing out.
It's not
America is
fears.
blooming right now. If you just stop
America
hating
is
and
not
lock into
booming right
yourself
now.
and worry about your community, life is good.
Unemployment rate is higher.
Can we make sure we're
There's
taking
Because
that.
people are
please?
becoming
Okay, so
independent. People are not working for the man no more. We building our own businesses. You understand that?
W's in the
not
chat to
voluntarily
Melanie for the
slaving no more.
$5 Venmo. His mother leaves him on red. God!
Fair.
He probably does. He said she was a lifelong Democrat. Actually, I don't even know if this nigga knows what Democrat means because he said his family was Democrat, so he was a Democrat. Okay.
Democrat.
W's in the chat to you, Melanie. W's in the chat to Sick Society for the $5 Venmo. You deserve this money. Supervision does not. So there.
People who push progression with no progression.
Supervision.
Yes, sir.
444 people in here. How many of them do you think voted for Trump?
Probably 7.
I would say that's under. Okay, sure. Let's say 7. Can you tell me why Trump supporters don't support other Trump supporters when they're in leftist, demonistic, leaning lives, fighting the good fight?
Because
I find it funny how you come up here when I talk about how I should pay
participate in
you
this.
for the exposure you're giving me, which is fucking non-existent, by the way. But your people are in here listening to you. In some cases, putting bullshit in the comments, going, "He's right," and you still got no coins. You don't got a single thank you in your donation. That's fucking crazy. Where's your
that's
help,
not what I'm here
guys?
for,
It
though.
never ceases to amaze me. You mostly see this in like Parker's and Dean's lives. Some of the smaller creators, not so much. These niggas don't support each other. They fucking don't. It's
That's
crazy.
not what I'm looking for.
It's crazy.
Y'all
to
looking
me.
for support. I'm not looking for support. I'm
Nigga,
looking
you just
for
told
truth.
me to give you a check. Now you're talking
No,
about you
because
don't want support.
because-
You
because
quite
you
literally
all-
just said,
you using my
where my coins?
likeness,
Where my thank
my
yous?
voice.
Where my thank yous?
You're
Where my
using my
coins?
voice for
Where
profits,
my
that's
thank you?
what.
Where my coins? I don't know. Go ask your people, my nigga. I don't know what else to tell you.
You're using
W's
my
in the
voice for
chat
profits. I
to
can sue
Miss
you,
Donna
bro.
for the $5 cash app. I've only been here 5 minutes. I'm already overstimulated. That part. I'm missing 15.
I understand that because
I'm missing
I
15
can't stand
here.
a free thinker. Anybody who free thinks and don't think the way I think, it's like a glitch in the matrix for y'all. Yeah, just hatred. I just show hatred. Y'all
What
call
does it
them
mean to
stupid.
think
Y'all call
freely?
them
Tell
dumb.
me,
Y'all
tell
call
me,
them
what
all
does it
this
mean
stuff
to think freely?
under the moon.
What does it mean to think freely?
To have your own ideas and take your own experiences
Can pigs
and
fly?
create new things about it. Excuse me?
Can pigs fly?
If you kick them high enough. What's the problem?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, y'all can have your free thinking. I'm a limited thinker. I
I
don't
once
allow
kicked
my
a pig.
thinking to go outside a certain box. I'm good on that free thinking.
I once
shit.
kicked a pig and it flew
Whatever you niggas got going on in
30
your brain,
yards.
I'm good on that free thinking. I don't ever want to think that freely. I don't ever want to
Right.
think that freely. I'm good.
You don't
Yes,
recognize
you
how
can have it.
detrimental your line of thinking is actually to the Black community. Your line of thinking actually allows the
I'm just
the
letting people at the
vitriol
bottom. That's it.
that Trump perpetuates to continue. Ooh, you let
Yo, I got
poor
a question
Itchy
for you,
up.
Erica, though. Before Itchy come and act tough, right? I got a question. Would you ever date a liberal,
I just
conservative
can't
man?
tell y'all I can't tell the difference. That's all. I can't tell the difference.
Would you ever date a conservative man?
What'd you say, Itchy?
I said I can't tell the difference right now.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm just saying I can't tell the difference right now.
You've been hearing this shit, Itchy?
Yes, he's been here the whole
All
time.
of it.
You know this guy too? You know Itchy?
All of it.
Itchy, tell him why you hate me, man.
W's in the
you
chat
don't.
to Andrea for the $15 Venmo. This man voted for a rapist and the first escort committed fraud with the Einstein visa. He doesn't care about law and order. So gross. Fuck off, guess. No, they don't. The whole party of law and order, that shit went complete. That's been out the window, but especially under the Trump administration, when all they've been doing is challenging the law left and right. Thank you so much, Andrea, for your donation. W's in the chat to Kang for the 5 for the permaban. W's in the chat to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Also, I want to make sure Erica gets some thank yous because she hasn't said a single one while she's been co-hosting with us. Y'all treating us fucking dirty today.
You might as well hire me as a full-time correspondent.
Dirty. Anyways, thank you, Mason Joy, for the gifts over there.
Hey, yo, what's up, bro?
Hey, yo, what's up? I'm Blagger too, man. Let me tell you, I get that free thinking shit right there, you know? When Trump said sharks and batteries, I freely thought, yeah, I would choose the battery over a shark. That's a good thought to have.
Amen.
That's right, brother. They disrespecting you up in here?
Nah, never disrespect.
You take the horse dewormer yet?
What the what?
The horse dewormer.
Well, I don't know what kind of substance you want.
I gotta hook you up, man. I'm gonna hook you up, okay?
Nah, I'm not on that
crazy
substance,
shit going on, man.
I'm not on that type.
Come back. Come back. Why would you do that?
Yo, Erica, I asked you a question. If you don't mind answering that.
I wouldn't date a conservative. I wouldn't date a conservative with like my worst enemy's vagina. So there's that.
I mean, so
the answer is no. Now stop asking me questions.
It's crazy.
Everybody sit here in silence.
I know
it's crazy, man. They disrespecting you up in here.
Yo, bro, you need a job or something?
No, I got one.
All right.
What you do?
Do a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything? Not the horse dewormer. Let me tell you, I do a lot of stuff myself.
A whole lot of nothing.
Whole lot of nothing?
This man can't work. This man got a whole... he can't even keep his own chick. He has to have a... What do you call them people that a guardian?
Why you hate me for, man?
I got a guardian.
Why you hate me for?
A guardian?
You hate me.
I got a guardian.
Why you hate me for, Itchy?
I'm dropping a bit. Now, what is this guy all about today?
Your name is Itchy.
Jaden is
I know
not
who Itchy is.
I don't know. He's not smart. He's just a free thinker, though.
No, I'm very smart. It's just that I'm not indoctrinated.
You're not.
You're very
not
smart.
Indoctrinated.
You're not.
I'm very
Are
earthly.
you like self-taught?
I'm God taught.
So self-taught.
God taught.
Okay. Was the earth created in 6 days?
No, actually, the earth was created the day I opened my eyes.
Yeah, this
I don't
is.
even know how to respond to that.
Right? No one does.
The day I was born is when reality started.
Difference, and I just can't.
Y'all just figments of my imagination.
I can't tell the difference from a distance.
Yo, Itchy, you like 60, pushing 60, man. You ain't got nothing better to do.
Not yet, buddy. Not
Go raise your grandkids out the streets, man.
Both my kids are college graduates. That you ain't read a whole book in your whole life.
I said your grandkids.
Hey, that's not fair. He read Go Dog Go.
He ain't never read a whole book in his life.
W's in the chat to Melvin for the $10 super chat. This shuffling Neanderthal is the reason why a child can be killed for Skittles, and a person who has my resume gets the police called on me. And why? For walking my dog. You have no thoughts.
Shout out Melvin for that. That was cool, Melvin. That was a lot of thought in that.
Melvin. You said you're God taught?
Yeah, I'm God taught.
So you follow the principles of the Abrahamic religion?
No, I follow the principles of the spirituality. Yo, Itchy, my favorite fan. I blocked him and all, like he still follow me, man.
Look on your face, though, heck.
You still follow me, man.
Oh, shit, that is crazy.
So your belief in God isn't founded in any scriptural text?
Man made them scriptures. I believe in a true God.
What is the basis for your belief in a God figure?
It's not a figure. It's me. It's conscious.
Your God?
Your God?
All God. Everybody God is conscious. It's not a figure. Not
So
a man, not a woman.
consciousness is God?
Yeah. The
So
main
you
source of
get your
consciousness.
you get your intellect from consciousness. I mean, everyone does technically, but
Technically, right.
I'm fried, bro.
so do you believe in the Christian God, or what denomination are you?
I believe there's only one true God.
So the Christian God, right?
I'm not saying Christian God.
He
Christian
So
God, the
what?
Muslim God,
ISC
Islamic God, all the same.
He is I and ISC.
I don't even know where to go with this guy. He's just
Right.
kind of numb.
It's kind of
Free
cocaine
thinker.
is numbing.
He's a free thinker.
Yes, ma'am. Why would you date a conservative though? I think that you would learn a lot from a conservative man.
What I would learn? What would I learn? How to
I know you would learn
uphold
a lot from a
patriarchy?
conservative man.
How to
I
degrade
know you
women?
I know you would learn a lot from a
How to
conservative man, but I
love
wasn't
piss
talking to you,
trickling
bro.
down on me? Is that what you would learn? Is that what I would learn?
I know
by
you
being a
would-
Republican man.
I was talking to the lady, but I know
Where
you
I'd
would.
learn that strength is in my gross amounts of stupidity and anger. Is that
Hey,
what you're
how come
talking
you-
about?
How come you didn't ask any of us if we would date a conservative? Why are you going after Erica? You
Because she's
interested?
the only woman that's on the panel.
Okay, but why? Are you interested?
No, I was going to ask anybody which I date, but she.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, but I'm a conservative man, so why would I? You know what I mean?
I gathered. She's not interested. Move on.
Me neither. She
Then
can't
why
even
the
close
fuck
her
are you
mouth.
asking?
She can't even close her mouth. Why would I be interested in her?
She's literally muted.
It was a joke, but
Jokes are supposed to be funny.
it was supposed to be funny.
Why do you pride
wasn't.
yourself?
Bunch of stiffs. in
I'm
here,
sorry. Did you say you're married?
No.
You have a girlfriend, partner?
I got a bunch of girls.
Oh, you're a
I
skank.
You said I'm what?
You're a
Believe
skank.
that? I got oceanfront
I'm a
property
skank?
in
Yeah.
Idaho.
How is that a skank? I'm young and dating.
Yeah, I think you a skank.
Nah, I'm just.
I'm not saying that because you're dating multiple people. You just give skank behavior.
Bro, I'm not interested in you though. I
I'm
don't
not
swing that
interested
way.
in stupid niggas. So yeah, that works.
I don't
perfectly
swing
for
that
me.
way, so.
That works perfectly for me.
Next.
Next. You're very stupid. You're proudly stupid, and it's gross. Every day you
Mm.
hop around this app panel to panel, and you say some of the dumbest shit known to man, and you'll say it the next day, no matter how many times it's debunked. And I think that's
But
fucking
you know one
embarrassing.
thing?
I think
Y'all
that's
remember
fucking
me, though.
embarrassing.
Tony.
Y'all remember me, so I must be have some kind of
Tony,
impact.
you're on the line. What is 1 + 1?
2.
And what would you say to anyone who believes 1 + 1 = 3, Tony?
They're wrong.
Wrong. Give me a second, Tony. We're going to get back to you. I just want to let you know you're automatically smarter than the guests we currently have up on the panel. There you have it from another one of your Trump supporting friends. You're fucking stupid, by guy. How does it feel to be so grossly stupid?
Stupid is, stupid does.
So you.
Like a bus chocolate.
So you. What's the last book you read?
Awesome.
The what?
Last book I read was awesome.
What was that? You said the Torah?
Awesome. I have bands.
The torso.
Donald Bones. Okay. Donald Bones.
Ah.
Awesome.
I don't give a fuck. That's that. Only when the live is slow, and for guests like that specifically who will not stop coming around any other way, do we put up the permaban. Shout out to everyone who donated, including Lauren, who was the final nail in the goddamn coffin with the $25 Venmo. My reparations to anyone having to listen to him. W's in the chat to you. Who the fuck invited this guy up here? User.
What's up?
Have you guys ever spoken to User before?
Maybe.
I do not regret my vote for Trump. He's
I don't know.
for 3 more years, man.
User is not
So
bright.
no, no, I don't regret it.
That's 2 more years.
2.5.
He also can't
There you
count. Talks, did you vote for Trump?
Hey, remember me? I was the guy I said I voted for Kamala when I was a Republican, and later after that I said politics was a waste of time, and I asked you to kick me out, and you didn't.
There you go. You have your wish.
They want to
Y'all
be
can talk to
remembered
the user.
so
I'm
bad.
fucking
They want to be remembered
so bad. Itchy had a kid
It's their
yesterday.
life goal.
Had a kid yesterday come up here, going on about, yeah, you're obsessed with me. You're obsessed with me, bro. I had to hit him with the Thanos meme. Hold on, wait, hold on. Damn it, that's not this one. I had to hit him with the Thanos meme. I'm like, bro, who the fuck are you? Every live I go into, I see Hector Raid. You go around, you debate my mutuals. Like, you're going around and you debate my mutuals. When I'm ending my live, I raid to someone else. Oh, but it's only when I'm there. I'm like, bro, I don't even know who you are. I don't even know who you are. What are we doing?
Hey,
Call from
you gonna wait for AOC and Kamala?
Tony.
Hey, user.
To accept,
Fuck
press
off.
1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Caller, you on the line? I don't know why you hung up.
Yeah, sorry, I got cut off.
Got you. Are you a Trump supporter?
I was a long time ago. Told me to. I saw the title "Regret Your Vote," saying that I'm regretting my vote.
So would you be referencing his first term or like the 2020?
2016. Yup, I did not vote for him in 2020 or 2024, and I'm fucking proud of that. Sorry, I'm sorry if I'm not allowed to swear.
God bless you. Thank you, Kina, for the marvelous confetti. Why do you regret your vote for Donald Trump from that time?
So I was 19. Like 19 when I voted for him, and I voted for him because Hillary made me super angry. Hillary was very difficult to swallow any sort of vote in, but what do I regret now? Gas prices high, another forever war, support for genocide, ICE. I just wanted my grocery bills to be lower.
Who did you vote for in the 2024 election?
I did not vote. Well, that's not true. I voted in my local and state elections. I did not vote for anybody. I left that a blank because they couldn't put it right in.
There's a common denominator here, and I want to see if you're tracking it. 2016, you did not vote for...
No, 2016 I voted for Trump.
Oh, excuse me. 2016, you voted for Trump against Hillary Clinton. 2020, I'm assuming you only voted locally.
2020, I voted locally. Yeah.
Okay, 81 million people did the job for you. 2024, you did not vote at all. And
I voted for local. I voted locally.
We're talking about the presidential
We're talking
level.
about president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in two key elections, when two women were up on the ballot specifically, one where you voted against them and the other where you decided to stay out of it, the country has been worse off both times.
I would argue in my defense. In 2016, I'm going to say that I was ignorant, because this was coming off of memories of the Bush presidency and a weak Democratic candidate. And in 2024, I was extremely uncomfortable casting my vote for somebody who called herself a proud Zionist.
Kamala Harris never called herself a proud Zionist. That was Joe Biden.
Yes, she did. I can pull up the quote exactly.
Sure. I may be mistaken.
Let's see. Okay.
God bless you.
Nope. That was Joe Biden. There is a tape specifically of Joe Biden saying that he was a proud Zionist 6,000%. Kamala Harris never uttered those words.
Kamala Harris's quote is after a private meeting with Netanyahu Thursday. This is on Forward. Harris reiterated her, quote, long-standing and unwavering commitment to the security of the state of Israel and the people of Israel.
Yeah, that part is correct. She maintained the relationship that we have there, but she never was silent about the atrocious nature of their attacks on the Gaza region or on the other place. She's especially more outspoken about it now, but she was never quiet about it before. Her presidency, her campaign run was a turn from some of the policies of Biden, who even near the end was also giving more criticism to Israel and what Bibi Netanyahu was trying to do.
That's fair. That's fair. I could say that I was
Not
wrong
to
there.
mention, she refused to meet with him during her campaign when he came to America.
I believe that was July. Yeah, July or August. Immediately after that, that's where she came and said Israel has the right to defend itself, but she will not be silent about the atrocities committed against the Palestinian people. Donald Trump had a meeting with Netanyahu and he called her comments disrespectful. Not that that matters. You didn't vote for him then. The point I'm trying to make is it seems like every single time we get up to women on the ballot, no matter what your discrepancies with them are, the country gets worse when we sit out or vote against them. And it's over, let's say, misinformation such as what you stated, which is her being a proud Zionist. And now here we are.
That may be true. I think that honestly, my personal vote wouldn't have even mattered because my specific state has not turned blue in 50 years.
It's because of people like you why your state doesn't turn. It's because of turnout why your state continues to stay the way that it does.
I mean, this is past post-Bush era as well, where Barack Obama had an unprecedented win against
God bless you.
Against John
was
McCain.
pretty precedent.
My state also didn't turn blue during that period. So
Sure, it doesn't mean the votes were not impactful.
yeah, it certainly doesn't feel that way. It's a winner
More
take all
Democratic votes,
system.
even if they lose, empowers them for the next election. It strengthens them for the next term. On the local level, especially.
On the local level, I did vote for my Democratic city council members.
And those people would support the federal bench being Democratic.
Yeah.
Which would still better off your state.
Could you say that again?
That would still help your state. Your state would still be better off that way, even if ultimately some of those people lose.
Yeah, and I think my most impactful part of the vote was my local elections with the state senate, with representatives to Congress, and those I take far more seriously than the presidency. I don't think that I have very much impact on the presidency.
But you do. It does. If you believe ultimately it's still going to be drowned out by the red, then you combine with a collective of people trying to change it on the federal level in your state over several years would be great. What state are you in?
I'm in Indiana.
Yeah, your state is fucked. Regardless, it still strengthens the Democrats in your state to have someone on the federal bench.
I think that's...
Have you heard of the pendulum swing?
I agree. Huh?
Have you heard of the pendulum swing?
I know what a pendulum is. I'm not familiar with the specific metaphor.
Every couple years, the country would shift more right or shift more left, depending on the policies, the presidencies, so on, so forth. When the pendulum swings right, ultimately, even in very strong, staunch red states, it can still improve the circumstances in the region. It can still open up sentiments to democratic or more progressive policies, which long term could be beneficial.
Fair enough. Who do you currently support for both the midterms currently? I know a lot of elections are over, including mine. Who do you support?
Here in the state of Texas, it's just
2028?
down to our general. All we have is Gina Hinojosa for governor, James Tallarico for senator. There's a couple key special elections. That's up to their districts. Whoever they are would support them. What's his name for lieutenant governor? I'm blanking on his goddamn name. Christian Menifee for district. I forgot
18.
the Dallas. Huh?
Houston, 18.
18. Thank you. Those would be the people that I support. Mind you, I'm in Texas, a red state where we haven't had a blue governor or senator in the last 30 years. But we're the closest ever because of Democratic turnout. We're the closest ever because of the growing dissatisfaction with the actions of the Trump administration and the Republicans enabling.
Yeah, I think that things have definitely changed in favor because what Trump's done, especially this year, ironically, January of 2026 onwards, but obviously awful things before then. I do think that we do have a bigger chance this year. I did vote for in my midterms. It's the first time I think I've ever voted straight ticket Democratic. Um, but yeah, I don't know where this is going to be headed, in my opinion. Because so far it seems Trump is doing everything to be as unpopular as humanly possible, but who knows?
Zionism seems to be an issue of yours. If you're to
Yes.
look at both sides of the party, which one can you say and look at objectively would be one that's more has more criticism for Zionism?
But yeah, definitely the Democrats. Yeah.
So we can agree and understand that there are staunch Zionists in the Democratic Party. But that works. I don't know what the conversation was about.
Well, there's that. What was he on?
W's in the
I
chat
was
to
like, what's
Melvin
the
for
point?
the $2 super chat. His girlfriends all live in Canada. For whatever his last name was. Yeah, fuck him. I'm sick of that guy. That's why I put up the permaban. You'll see me do that random. People I'm just sick of. They just have nothing to add to conversations. I have my line of certain people that you just don't come up. And then him, like, fuck y'all. Y'all donation is slow anyway. W's in the chat to Taylor for the $2 Venmo. Glad you're feeling better. Thanks for keeping these people in check. I am. Just dealing with a little bit of mucus and asthma, but I'm officially not sick anymore. Thank you so much, Taylor. I hope you're doing well. Guys, anyone else want to support the platform, please make sure to hit up the links in the bio. Also, please take care of Erica while she's here. I don't think she's going live tonight. I don't think we're going to expect a late one from her. So I also want to make sure she's taken care of too, not only in the coins, but her links are also available in the bio. Let's get her up to 3,000 coins and beyond. Double tap that screen to get the likes to 200K as well. Did you have something?
Yeah, thank you, Sick of Society and Kylene, I think it is. Thank you both. I appreciate you too.
W's to y'all. Thank you guys so much.
I'm unmedicated today. That's why I didn't go live.
Were you gonna crash out?
Yeah, you don't want to see me unhinged. I've been exercising my emotional maturity today and using the mute button on myself. It's been a hell of a day.
I don't know how much longer we got, to be honest with you. These people they're killing me. They're killing me.
Morons.
Not that we've had much. I kind of want to see it. Of course you do, Shauna. You and Gucci. What's up, Jaden?
How's it
Shauna
going?
doesn't care about me.
It's been slow around these parts lately. Just popping in. I was feeling real tired and just annoyed. There's no debates at all. I was live for like an hour and a half or so. And
God bless you.
Yeah, we've been experiencing the same. Obviously, my YouTube line helps, but the last guest we had. Let me tell you about our day, Jaden. So the first guy we had up was this kid who didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, just saying random bullshit. The second kid was a Phil bro. And you know what, Jaden? I hate Phil bros, but I've also somewhat come to like them. In the sense of when a Phil bro comes up, I have some fun with them because their arguments are really bad. So here's what the argument was. He came up and he said, and once he already came up with like the fast talking, rambling buffoonery. So I already knew what it was. Yeah. And he said, yeah, so blah, 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 blah. And I stopped him. I said, okay, so you said Donald Trump is superior, correct? He's like, yeah. And by superior, you mean we're referring to policies. He's like, yeah. And the policies would be more superior compared to the other person's policies. Yes. I said, okay. So this is a policy conversation. He said, yes. I stopped him. I said, okay, give me a policy. Let's do policy for policy, bar for bar. Give me a policy that's better than Kamala Harris. This dude said in 0.2 seconds, policy is irrelevant.
But then what the fuck is the point? Why do you like him then? If not for his policies.
I don't even remember all the words. But it's the preconceived logical happy. I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit about all that. You said policy. I got you. I got him to agree with it. That's the funny thing about the clip. I said, agree. You agree. This argument will be based off of policy. He's like, yes. Give me a policy of Trump and we can compare it to Kamala Harris and how it's not as good. Policy is irrelevant. Can you let me finish? Can you let me follow my line? Shit was, oh my God, it was so bad. It was so bad. And then I don't even remember who we got afterwards. And then we got that dude who is a literal white supremacist, a black white supremacist, and a non-voter who believes that Kamala Harris is a staunch Zionist. I've heard that time and time again. And you guys really have got to start like actually looking into your fucking claims. Not only before you vote or not vote, but also before you get up on platforms of hundreds of people and say it. Because, oh my God.
People act like Harris is out there having backdoor deals with black suitcases with the Israeli government and like speaking at APAC and stuff like that. Like, those things didn't happen. None of those things goddamn happened.
Like, I know we can all disagree with the state of Israel and its unapologetic support from the United States. But I get irritated when some people are in there and at the bare minimum, they're maintaining the relationship and showing criticism at that, which is better than I would say the majority of Democrats. And we're treating them the exact same as we treat the likes of Chuck Schumer or Cory Booker, who still refuses to condemn the actions in Gaza and call it a straight up genocide. Him and what's his name? Wes Moore. Wes Moore recently did an interview, and I kind of liked Wes Moore. Two things he did specifically that pissed me off. And one of those things where he was asked specifically, is it a genocide? Well, I definitely think he could have committed some war crimes. Say genocide, my guy. Why do you guys run from that word?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, Jaden, they've been scared enough, man. I am going to drop you down to see if we can encourage some kind of fucking movement in here.
No problem.
For the time
Thanks for having me.
But I appreciate you coming up, guys. If you're not following Jaden,
Hi, Jaden.
y'all know what
See
to
you,
do.
Erica. Love you.
Appreciate you, man.
Love you more. I want to rant really quick, Hector.
Sure.
All right. It is about Carmelo Anthony. Or you have a guess? I can wait. What is this guess?
I'm not sure. Minhas?
Manasseh.
Oh, it's Minhase.
Damn,
What's up, my
I
guy?
butchered that. Manasseh, did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
And are you in the
Liar.
United States?
Wait, sorry. Put the volume down, please. I can hear you now. Sorry.
You voted for Trump and you reside in the United States?
Yes, Philadelphia.
And do you regret your
I live in
vote?
Sharon Hill. Say it one more time.
Do you
Sorry.
regret your vote?
No, I don't.
Why is that?
Because I think he's doing wonderful job, not only for the country, for the world.
Cool. Start with the country you reside in. Give me
Okay.
one area that you think he's doing a great job in the United States.
Foreign policy. I mean, it doesn't
Is you
include
stupid or
that.
is you dumb?
No fucking way! There's no
What do you mean?
fucking way.
If you reside
There's no
in America-
fucking way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. I'm sorry. Give me a second. I'm crashing out. I'm gonna calm down. I promise you. Oh my God.
Breathe. He said, give me one way. Give me one policy. One policy.
Yeah,
And you
I
said
give him a
foreign
foreign
policy.
policy. What
I
everything
said
that he's
one
doing-
policy in the United States. I said domestic. Let's focus
States.
on domestic. Within the United
Okay,
States. Give me
it's
something in the
making
United
those
States that he's
decisions
doing
in the
well.
United States, yeah?
You said foreign policy.
Yes.
This
So
is wicked.
doesn't the dollar affect everything that you do right now?
What?
Isn't it dependent on United States making the right decision on a dollar? That means
Hey,
every
did I
world is
freeze or did
different.
Hector freeze?
Did I
Yeah,
froze.
he's just it
It's
makes
me.
sense
I
because he's
froze.
trying to understand what I'm saying because it makes sense. Because every day you use a dollar. That means foreign policy affect the dollar decision that you make. Yeah? Doesn't the dollar go up and down every day?
Could be, sure. Tell me what Donald Trump is doing to, I guess, to increase the value or positively impact the dollar abroad. Sure.
And the trade that he's doing, he just visited China. He had a wonderful trip in China. He took the best people that he have in the world, the best investors, Elon Musk, everybody, and they were happy to make deals and then came back. That means it's going to help the country.
I'm sorry. What wonderful by what metric? Because we've had conflicting reports about what that meeting actually entailed and produced afterwards.
Okay, I have my brother too. He ran a business in America. He's an entrepreneur. So he also is affected by the policy that he's making decisions and the foreign policy and his business currently.
Fuck did Erica
right now.
Yeah, sure, cool. Tell me how the meeting in China improve the dollar domestically.
So that means it's like China wouldn't continue to compete with America to devalue other countries from trading from a dollar standard. That means that's very important because China is actually trying to do that. That's the intention, is to actually take everybody from being dependent from the dollar standard. And then America is very important to make sure that they keep that dollar standard. Am I not right or wrong about that? So isn't China consistently doing that? That's why Chinese visit was very important.
I'll take that. Sir, I asked you to give me a metric that shows that Donald Trump is improving the US dollar domestically. You mentioned the meeting in China. You believe that something in that meeting produced some relationship with China that leads them to compete less with us. Whereas I can give you several metrics that not only show that that's demonstrably false, but they've even went as far as to increase security and other aspects around their nuclear bunkers in preparation for an attack by the United States because of their disagreements on Iran.
Oh, so you're saying that America is planning to bomb China? That's what you
China surely is getting ready for one. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Where are you getting that information? I never seen that information. I never seen, even from the mainstream media. Like, I don't know where you putting that information
not being
from.
touted around on the mainstream
Yeah,
media.
breaking news.
I'll pull it up for you. Yeah, sure. Give me a moment. No problem.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that's fake news.
Like, be patient. Let me have this conversation.
Sure. Let me put this up on the screen for you. I love it when these motherfuckers think I don't know what
China's actually trying to help the negotiation with Iran. That's what I'm seeing from the main media. Like, I don't know where you're seeing that from.
This is some absolute
Reuters. Like, when is this report from?
But here we are, links in the bio to support the platform. China's nuclear missiles can already reach any city in the United States. Now, satellite images reviewed by Reuters to show Beijing is building a sprawling web of launch pads, bunkers, and communication nodes near the isolated nuclear silos that hold the Chinese military's longest range missiles. This was the May 29th. Do you remember when Trump went over and met with the Xi Jinping?
Like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, a week and a half.
2 weeks ago be after or before May the 29th?
Okay, even if that's the case, like they making this relationship. No, it's not. It's not from it's from the Reuters. It's fact. The only thing I can say from based on the report that I'm seeing is they are making that relation, saying that America is planning to do that, but there's no intention, there's no suggestion saying that, and there's no aggression coming from Trump and anybody toward China except economical fight that they're doing. That's it. There's nothing that suggests that. And they had a peaceful.
The images reveal more than 80 pads for possible use by China's expanding fleet of mobile missile launchers and air defense batteries. They also show facilities that may serve electronic warfare, satellite communications, and command operations.
They have a military capability to defend themselves. That's okay.
Reuters. The scale of the construction, which hasn't been previously reported, points to a sweeping expansion of hardened infrastructure designed to protect and operate China's land-based nuclear forces. Taken together, the network signals a significant upgrade in Beijing's efforts to ensure second strike capability, underscoring intensifying nuclear competition with the United States as tensions rise over issues such as Taiwan's sovereignty. The ability to protect its desert silos is key to China's stated goal of forging a minimal but credible nuclear deterrent, a policy grounded in the capacity to retaliate if it is struck first. While the People's Liberation Army can fire under weapons from submarines and aircraft, the silo fields in the northwestern, I don't know how to pronounce that word, region, and Gansu province are at the core of its nuclear facilities. China's nuclear buildup is among the most scrutinized facets of President Xi Jinping's military modernization because of what some foreign diplomats describe as Beijing's lack of transparency and failed efforts by the United States to engage the Chinese leadership on its evolving nuclear capacities and intentions.
Okay, that makes sense. And then there's also the conflict that mentioned in the bottom about Taiwan too. Okay, one thing that wait, I want to add one.
Ask him when did he visit China.
I already talked about this. What I'm gonna say is China also have a propaganda. When was it? Like 3 weeks ago, you had a person working, and she was a leader in a city, and she was working for Chinese, and she was a spy. She was a mayor, actually. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I get it right. Yeah, and then those are the things that was happening from China. China does those things, so that means is they also have a capability also to write a propaganda.
That young lady in the state of California was prosecuted for spreading Chinese propaganda before she took office in 2022. None of those crimes took place under her tenure.
No, she admitted being a Chinese spy.
None of those crimes took place while she was in office in the state of California after 2022.
But everything after you say whatever you say after that, just discredit it. She is a spy. She didn't. If she disclosed that after, like, oh, I was a spy. She didn't say that on the interview.
I need to make something clear here. I am not saying that she shouldn't have been prosecuted and removed from her seat, regardless of the time. I am saying that the information you were spreading was missing key context, and it is not relevant. If anything, it would then go to support my argument that our relationship with China did not improve.
The goal is not to improve, to actually sustain it. That's it. And then that's why they made a deal also for them to be able to sell chip back to them, so that they be able to have...
There has been no deal made with China. No deal. Trump said there was a deal. Chinese officials responded and said no such deal exists, or didn't respond to the other propositions at all.
Okay. That's not...
Sound like Chinese.
Like, that's true. Like, that's their propaganda, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, you can clearly see how the meeting went, and how even the officials were excited to take selfies.
Sound like they pay you.
Wait, at least have proper...
That's what they do.
Discussion.
Every fucking time. That means nothing. He met with China. He met with... I believe he met with Xi Jinping in his first term.
Yes. Even in the first time, he even met with the North Korean president. That's how it...
So then the photos that they take and the carpets they roll out for each other is irrelevant to the relationship
in the first
improving.
year, he got awarded for a Peace Award, the Nobel Prize too. Don't forget that too. Yes, that's fact too. Other countries were very mesmerized by how much influence that he did in other conflicts in the world, and be able to award him. He was already competing based on how much influence that he did, but you know the result, how it went.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Didn't he get the Nobel Prize?
Whatsoever.
That's fact. Why would that person get a Nobel Prize? Doesn't he have to have impact in the world to be...
You talking about the whatchamacallit prize for the thing he fucking made up?
You mean? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I guess. It's the only other one he would have to be referencing. There's a prize that what's-her-name got from Venezuela that she gave to him. It was literally handed one by the actual person who won it. He didn't win anything.
Yeah, even if it's not handed, it was he was also people were already considering him. That's why she gave it to him.
He
wasn't like a random person.
He literally wasn't.
She didn't give it to Putin.
That is why they created the bullshit FIFA Peace Prize, and then he got that because he was so upset that he wasn't considered for the actual World Peace Prize.
Yeah, FIFA was amazing. They created a new award. Yes,
that's called soccer.
Soccer, yes. First of all, it's called soccer. But they were amazed by how much he did. And the World Cup is held in America, and Mexico, and Canada, and be able to like hold that.
You fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's
Eric,
why
did you vote for
they
Trump?
gave it to him.
You wanna Google that?
Yes.
Let's give him a time to Google it.
Let me talk.
Eric, did you vote for Trump?
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay, get out of here, my guy. I'm not even sure you're in the United States. Eric, do you regret your vote?
No.
Why is that?
Why do I think you're asking me to prove a negative?
I'm
kind of
asking
thing?
you, why don't you regret your vote?
Because he's doing a fine job in my eyes. He's doing the opposite job of what Kamala would do if she got in there. So he's good to go. I don't agree with everything, obviously.
Yeah. He's
but why would
doing
anybody?
the opposite job of what Kamala Harris would have done in getting the Oval Office.
Yeah.
Such
yeah. He's not a communist.
Iran, gutting healthcare and jacking up the prices.
Handouts to fucking people that don't deserve them.
Subsidies.
Subsidizing the worst of our society.
So billionaires
subsidizing the worst
handouts
behavior in our society. Yeah, I don't want to do that anymore.
I just want to make sure, like, the
I think we
billionaires
should
deserve
award
the tax cuts.
good things, positive.
Okay,
things.
so how do you determine if someone deserves a handout? Like, name a handout.
Well, I
Name one
don't
of these
think
handouts.
third generation welfare is a good thing. Do you?
Third generation welfare. What?
Yeah, do you think that's a good thing?
Qualify that. Not qualify. Quantify that, please. Quantify
There's
it.
a ton of people. There's a ton of people on the
a ton
books,
isn't
that are third generation welfare. You don't think you can look that up?
A ton is not an adequate metric, sir.
Yeah.
Give us some actual numbers. What percentage of people, all right, are third generation welfare recipients?
That are on
please?
welfare?
I literally completed my sentence. I asked you the question.
Homeboy right there's at the computer. Have him Google it. Even if there's one person, do you think that's bad?
Here's the deal.
I'm looking up something.
That's your claim.
Different. It's your claim. Explain what the fuck you're talking about.
Okay, 14%. There you go. 14%.
You just pulled that number out of your dirty ass.
No, I looked it up.
Right, where'd you get it from?
Not dirty, God.
I'mRight.com.
I'm sorry, where?
I'mRight.com.
You're I'mRight.com. Oh,
Yeah.
The cousin of Trust
Just like
Me,
you
bro.
guys look up, right?
Trust Me, bro.
I'm trying to have like a decent conversation. But
You're not having a decent conversation, though.
No,
You
you're not
literally have
good
been
faith.
zero.
Is what this is.
You're not good
The problem
faith.
is you guys are not good faith.
You're
right
doing
now.
projection
Yeah,
right
I'm fine.
now.
I
is
got
what
my
exactly
NPR
what you're
voice on.
doing.
I'm fine.
Yeah, I know. I can tell.
You can't kick
but
me
you
for
actually
being.
think,
You
think that you're doing a good job, but you're not saying
crashing
anything
out.
about actual substance here.
Okay, I just did.
Yeah,
I don't like
yeah.
third
No, you
generation
didn't.
welfare. And you
But
didn't
you can't
refute it just by saying,
substantiate
like, what's
that.
the percentage? Who gives a fuck
You
what the
can't.
percentage
You can't
is? It's a
substantiate
problem.
that. It's a claim. No, it's not
one
a
of my
problem.
problems. Is you just gonna just say your
No,
problems
it's
don't
something
matter to
that
this
you
world?
made up. It's something that you
Why are
made
only
up.
your problems valid?
It's something that you made up, sir.
Okay,
That's
all right.
the
Do you
whole
want me to
point.
pick another thing if
And
you don't believe that
cannot
one?
substantiate it. You said
Okay.
that
All right.
Kamala Harris would be giving people handouts,
Right.
and then you
That's the
mentioned
Democratic
third
Party, not her in
generation
general, but the
welfare.
Democratic. That's our way of
But you
government
can't.
right now.
But you can't
That I want to get away
substantiate
from.
it, though. That's the
And a
whole
lot of us want to
thing.
get away from.
I don't think you
That's fine.
understand exactly what
You
it
think
is
our
that you're
problems aren't real,
saying.
but he did win the popular vote, right?
Hey, my guy. Oh my God, you guys don't know how anything works. Let me help you out.
He did win the popular vote?
You said
Right.
Kamala Harris give handout. Substantiate what handout Kamala Harris give.
Well, no,
Yes,
the
prove
Democratic
what
Party
Kamala
over
Harris
the last
give.
60 years. Well, if we
So
give
now
them
you
this, like
wiggle out
remember
of
like
original
LBJ,
claim,
right?
where you
Can you
clearly
hear me
would have
out?
just been grasping for straws, and now it's on the broad Democratic Party, upholding
know what
many of the
LBJ said
systems
about
that
welfare?
were implemented by Republicans and
We'll have
supported
these niggers vote
by
for us
Democrats.
for 200 years. That's what LBJ
Fuck did
said.
you just say?
LBJ said we'll have these niggers voting for us.
Oh,
I didn't say it. He
we
did.
got ourselves a little
It's a
triple
quote.
K boy. Oh,
that's your
look at
president.
You,
That's your hero.
little racist shit.
One of your heroes, bro.
Oh,
Because I
Fantastic.
said
I think
quote.
it's crazy that the first
'Cause I
iteration
quoted
of
your
the
president?
welfare. Shut the
Okay.
fuck up. The first iteration of welfare
Have
actually was
these
only for
niggers
white
voting for us
people.
for
I think it's
200 years.
crazy that
He
white folks,
says.
all right, are the ones that actually get more welfare
Lyndon
than
B.
any other
Johnson.
demographic
We'll
of
have these
people. So there's that part. You
niggers
also
vote
can't substantiate that claim.
200
You
years.
just want to come up here and say
Slurred
the
around.
N word
Slurred
because
around.
that's all that
I'm
you
trying-
have. You're
I'm trying to
probably,
get- I'm trying to
let
have
me
a
do this. You're
conversation. I'm
probably
trying
in a dirty, I got the mute.
You won't
Please
have
stop.
it.
Mods, I have the mute button.
She's got it.
All right.
Why do you want
So with that being said, I
Why?
think it's so funny because you're probably in a dirty, dingy room with a 1970s couch, all right, with the plastic on it,
I'll
with one
turn
of
my
those
camera
old
on.
ass TVs. You're absolutely unhappy.
Want to
You
turn our
don't
cameras
like your life. All right. If you do
Cameras
have
on?
children, we pray for your daughter because I'm
4.
sure she's upset
4
that
of
you
them.
took the locks off the doorknobs.
4 of
So
them.
I know that much. She's pretty
2
upset that
daughters.
you took those out. They just want you to stay out of their
They're very
bedrooms at
healthy.
night. That's it. They
Healthy,
just want
happy
you to
daughters.
do that. They want you to stop
Yep.
drinking also, and that Coke problem that you
I
have
don't drink.
too. They really
I
want
don't
you to
drink
stop
alcohol.
doing that. All right. They want you to
You're just
also
wrong
stop
all
hitting your wife. They really
over the
want you to
place. You're
stop
wrong.
doing that too.
And the dog.
Like, just stop doing it,
Couldn't
okay?
be more
Leave the
wrong.
dog alone. Leave the dog alone. All right. I know you have like a loyalty program at Home
Spurg.
Depot by how many holes in the
Spurging.
wall you punch. So there's that part. You're just
Why are
lonely
you
and
gay?
miserable, and all you have is the N word. That's
Why are you
it.
spurging?
Your grandfather, your great grandfather, and the one before him are
you spurging,
completely
bro?
disappointed in you. I'm
Hey,
pretty
bro.
sure that they are rolling around in their graves doing
Chill
cartwheels
out.
at how
Just calm
uncreative
down.
you are. I don't have to calm down. I don't have to.
Just
All right.
calm down a little
I'll
bit.
calm down once you decide to be a
Little
better
bit.
human being, which is never. So until then, I'm gonna
Calm
keep
down.
doing this. You're a piece of shit. That's
Calm
all it
down.
is to it. And it's so funny because we know that you're
Chill out.
absolutely miserable. You have nothing in
What do you
this
think about
world. You're
Carmelo?
unhappy with your family life. You're
Carmelo?
unhappy that your children are a disappointment. You're unhappy that your
Carmelo's in
wife
jail?
won't fuck you. So there's that part. You're probably unhappy that you haven't seen your balls since 1993. So there's
Another
that
huge
part.
bitch.
You fat bastard. And that's not fat phobia. He's a fat bastard. All right. You're also unhappy that you
I'm
haven't
not
seen your
fat.
hairline since you were 12 years old.
Hairline's fine.
You shringy, thin haired bitch.
I'll turn
So
my
there's
camera
that
on.
part. No one's asking you to
Turn the
turn your
cameras.
camera on. People would like to
Because you
sleep
know
at
I'm
night,
right.
unlike you allow your children to sleep at
Because you
night.
know
So
I'm
there's
right.
that part. Unlike you
Bye.
allow your children to sleep at night.
Oh,
All right. Why do you keep bothering the dog?
Why are you crying?
Why is it that you have a lifetime supply of peanut butter? Why is it? Why
He's
do
a
you have a
black
lifetime
person.
supply of peanut butter? Why is that?
There's black people.
Why do you have a lifetime supply of peanut butter for you and the dog? What do you do with that dog when your wife's not home?
You guys invented
Don't
it.
tell us. We don't want to know that. We don't want to know. We really don't.
Y'all
Keep that
invented
to
it.
yourself, you disgusting piece of poop. We don't want to know
Poop.
that. All you have is literally the N word, and you think that is doing some
This
type
is
of damage.
hilarious.
But the
Poop is
thing
so
is that every single black person that you're going to encounter in your life is
Babe,
better
come
than
watch
you.
this.
And it makes you so upset that black people are better than you. All right, you
Not
had a
really.
400-year head start, and
Not
look where
really.
you are. Actually on TikTok with an anonymous profile being a racist because
I
you
don't have
think
an
that is
anonymous
funny.
profile.
All right, like, did you get
It's
your
not
nigga nut
anonymous. That's my
today? I
face.
hope you get your nigga nut
That's
today.
me, dummy.
I really do. I really hope you get your nigga
Hey,
nut today.
dummy.
You're
Hey,
actually
dummy.
a piece of poop. That's
Dummy.
it.
Dumb.
That's all you are.
All right, go back to the kid.
Yeah, there you go. Shut up.
Go.
All right.
Get out.
Good day, sir.
Shout out to EW, that's Erica, for the purchase of the. You know, I have a feeling he was going to do this too after that. It's okay to call people stupid shirts. Hope you enjoy.
Yeah, I got 2 of them.
I see. See the green. I knew you were going to get the green. And I
You
actually
know I was
do want
gonna
to
get
get
the
this
green
color
one.
next too. The tan.
The tan one? Yeah.
And I'm about to get me a red one too. Because I have like a
I was
nice
thinking about
burgundy
getting
red.
the black one, but I was like, that's black is so like, I can get black anytime. So I was like, I'll get the 2 because I love the natural color.
I have to stop myself from getting black merch. I have to stop
Yeah.
myself because it's always my go-to. I'm like, you know, we black people, we're good in colors.
Yes. So I always wear colors. Like I like bright colors. But yeah. So that was fun. Tap the screen, y'all. Tap the screen.
Trump supporters request up in the box too. The demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, and call the number on screen 737-295-5321. Also remember, Erica's links are in the bio. Thank you guys for getting your coins up. Not like I haven't been asking for that for the last hour and a fucking half. Let's get her over 5,000. In fact, she's right at 5,000. Let's get her the 6,000 coins, and of course, some thank yous from her in the links would be greatly appreciated. That's also where you guys can get yourself some of the merchandise off of her shop. You can do so at ericaeffect.com. ericaeffect.com. Use discount code, I don't know, niggas, wait till Juneteenth to get yourself something nice. Anyway, Over on the YouTube side,
Bruh.
please make sure you hit the like button on the stream, subscribe, turn on notification bells on your way in, on your way out. Thank you for your consistent shares and engagement through the comments. If you want to support the platform, you may send a super chat, a super sticker, or become a member. If you guys are not following me, hit that follow in the top left corner, that one right there. We are live every Saturday after 3 p.m. CST and randomly throughout the week. Share out the live with your friends and family as well. Repost and add it to your story if you haven't already. We don't have much longer. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of drained, but hey, we're gonna give it one last hoorah for the next couple of minutes. Let's knock out the divine fingers. We have 31 more of those to go in the middle gift right here, so please make sure we're clearing that out. And of course, you may hit up the links in the bio for the other ways to support. First and foremost, make sure you're following me on all the other social media platforms that I have, such as YouTube, that we'll do streaming to right now, and Instagram, where I post the videos that I post up here. Also, there's going to be the Discord community, to which we are over 700 members strong. The Discord is free. You may choose to subscribe there if you want, but the Discord is free. A lot of the information that we post, I share up here, will be posted directly in there. We have movie nights every now and then. It's been a while, I'm not going to lie. So on and so forth. Also getting yourself some merch off the merch shop, hectorshops.com, with 2 R's, from several of the lines you've heard us talk about, or the ones you see before you right now, such as the Kamala would never, or the New Testament Democrat line. And then finally, you may donate directly to the links in the bio if you so choose. Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo, or the avenues you may do so. Hector Talks with 2 R's and Cash App and Venmo. PayPal, Hector Pal with 2 O's and 2 R's.
Call from
Roddy.
Roddy, you're on the line. Did you vote for Trump?
Oh man, there's crazy stuff going on in the world right now. All the stuff going on in the news. Everything going on in the Middle East. Did you guys hear about that one black guy on CNN?
What was my question, Roddy?
He tried looking up his family tree, and a chimpanzee shat in his face.
I was waiting for the applause. I'm sorry. I thought you were like a comedian.
Right. Hey, well, you moon crickets have a good day. Bunch of fucking niggers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's one that hasn't washed since 1983. Like, come on, bro. When's the last time you seen the bottom of your feet? The back of his legs haven't caught any soap.
They
don't know about that Irish Spring. 'Cause you know white folks use Irish Spring.
They love the Irish Spring. And that soap is such garbage. I'm sorry. Listen, to anyone who, it's the best you can do. Excuse me. I apologize. Oh my God, that soap is garbage. It's crazy. I still listen to people downplay what Black content creators have to go through. I still hear people on a daily basis downplaying that shit. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that fucking crazy? And the impact is different too.
Every single day.
They don't do all of that on Parker's Live and Dean's Live. They don't do all of that. You just get the kids who just say it over and over and over and over. These people sit down with a pen and paper, or in a room staring at a blank wall, like curating their racism. It's fucking diabolical. Hey, I'm white and I use native. That's what I'm talking about, Zach. Native is some good shit. Native is some good shit. Native is some good shit. 6,000%. Trump supporters request up in the box. You're the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, and we call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. I don't think any of these people are.
Hector,
Yes.
these would be the same people who will quickly say, there's no such thing as racism. You're just being a victim. I swear, yo, like, I'm going to call every single white person that I come across, especially those that don't go and support Donald Trump. I'm going to call them a racist. I'm going to call them a racist because you are a racist. And guess what's going to happen then? All right, they're going to get more upset at being called a racist than actually being racist.
And then the racism.
That's what's going to happen. Hey, it takes no time whatsoever. It's literally like, boom, it's right there. These people are just miserable. Like, go clean your couch, bro. Go clean your couch.
You literally be like, hey, you know you're a racist for supporting Trump, right? The fuck you just call me stupid nigger? That's literally what they do.
That is exactly what happens every single time, like clockwork. Like, oh, that didn't take long.
Like, damn, you didn't even try to hide it. You didn't even try to be like, give it a couple minutes. Because you know you have those guests, right? They'll literally sit up there and talk with you for 30, 45 minutes and wait till the end to slur it out, right? Not even that. They just come immediately. Just because their fifis were offended. Crazy.
Just because. I was like, oh, well, that was easy. All right, glad we cleared that hurdle. Got that out of the way. You feel better now?
My goodness.
Ah, cha-cha-cha.
Trump supporters request up in the box. You're the demographic of people I would like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, and we call the number on the screen, 737-295-5321. Or not. Can we get the likes up to 200K, please, really quickly? 402 of you in here. 402 people in here. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. See if we can do that really quickly. Double tap that screen. Come on. Move it along. Or not. I don't know. May just call it.
Thanks, Maya, for the 10. Maya called that dude a white and furious. Not white supremacist, but a white and furious. I love that. That's awesome.
White and furious. Ooh.
That's a good one. Go ahead, Maya. Shout out to you. Drop some hearts in the chat for Maya.
I think that would go good on a t-shirt. I think that would go good on a t-shirt. How would I wear it though? Obviously, you can't just say it. That'd be weird. Black people walking around with a shirt that says "white and furious." Hold on, let me think. How can we get that on a t-shirt?
Let white inferiority reign.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, got it. I got it. White inferiority fatigue. That's what we put on the shirt. White inferiority fatigue. Let's see. Not me actually. That's crazy. Guys, I think that's it, bro. I think that's it. I think it's my time. Also, where's my thing? I'm missing my sticker on YouTube of TikTok viewers.
Interesting. Well, why you search for that? I guess I can go on my rant now while I sit in this line. So, as you know, today, Carmelo Anthony, all right, the young boy who was defending himself down there in Texas at a track meet, was found guilty of unaliving a white dude, Austin Metcalf. And what's bothersome to me about this whole thing is that Texas is a stand your ground state, and there is no duty to retreat in the state of Texas, right? But yet they try to say that Carmelo intended to do this, that Carmelo provoked them. Carmelo was invited in that tent by one of Austin's friends, and who someone thought Carmelo thought that person was a friend, right? He was invited into that tent. He told those boys to leave him alone. Told him to leave him alone. Even said, touch me and see what happens, as if to say, like, hey, yo, leave me alone. Like, I don't want to fight you. Mm. And the boy pushed him. He pushed him. Like, what was he supposed to do when you have someone who is over 6 feet, who's taller than you, and has pounds on you? Like, what are you supposed to do? Why is it okay that white kids can defend themselves, but black kids can't? Why is it okay, all right, that white kids get the benefit of the doubt and black kids don't? It's fucking disgusting how this system treats our children. The way in which they treat our children, where our children can't even be seen as kids. Our children are seen as adults. Like in the closing statements, the prosecutor said Think of the life lost. Think of the child. He would never get to experience his first love. Now sentence Carmelo to life. Is Carmelo not a child also? He's a child. He's literally a child. The defense did him dirty. There are so many procedural errors in this case. There is no reason that another kid should be able to take the stand and be asked what they think the acceptable punishment is. What? That should have been struck in. Like, that should have been struck from the
Sorry,
darn
what did
going
you say?
testimony. One of the kids that was in the tent was called to the stand as a witness. And the prosecutor asked the kid, what do you think is an acceptable punishment? And the kid said murder one. And think about this. Carmelo just was sentenced to 35 years. 35 years in prison. The only thing we have hope for now is that that baby wins on an appeal and that he can live his life. That's the only hope that we have. And then what we have is we have Chow out there in friggin' South Carolina who Cyrus was 14 years old. Cyrus did everything he was supposed to do. He left the store and they chased him down and shot him in the goddamn... I'll be right back.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. What do you got?
No, one thing, I don't know if you guys saw the photos, but there's also pictures where the actual prosecutor and the judge and the actual alleged victim's dad, they're all tight. They hang together. There are many photos out there that say that. So how could you have the judge and the prosecutor not be recused from actually being on a case? To me, that's a total drop in prosecutorial area. There's no way that should ever happen. When you have the judge who's very tight with the victim's dad, and then with the prosecutor, and they're all there on there's no way that should ever happen. Should have never saw. They should have never been on the bench for this decision. I'm sorry. And I will say one thing: I've been a fellow investigator for 35 years, and I'm retiring next week. I've never seen anything like this in my time. And that's, yes, there are multiple photos out there with them together, but then they were still allowed to prosecute that case.
At least they have good grounds for an appeal, but I mean, with how far this got already.
And the state of Texas there, what do you get now? The way they let that thing get seated and they get that far?
I was just going to say, this is Texas we're talking about.
Yes.
So
like I will land the plane, but I thought that should be known. But there's no way with those photos, with those guys being that tight against this kid, and then he gets 35 years. I ran cases and prosecuted cases that have been a lot more egregious than this, and in the end, those never got 35 years. This makes zero sense to me. So I will land there, and thank you guys for being online every night.
No, I appreciate you coming up, man. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
All right. Who are we going to raid?
I was just going to finish by saying, because I had to do something, I just want to finish by saying that what we have just been told in the past 2 weeks is that our babies can't defend themselves, and they can't walk away either. They can't defend themselves, and they can't walk away. Think about that. So what the fuck are they supposed to do?
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Hey, this system, and then you have that Chud the Builder guy who's in Tennessee who goes around provoking people, who recently shot another man. He shot a black man and himself, right? Now we're going to have to see exactly what's going to happen with his case in Tennessee. Are they going to let him go when he was a clear antagonist in all of it? He can't claim self-defense. But watch him try, and let's see what happens.
I am familiar with the case of the 14-year-old, and everyone's running on the fact that he had a gun. Which
They didn't know he had a gun, though.
Thank you. So, fun fact, everyone's focusing on the fact that he's a 14-year-old that had a gun. They had no idea that he had the gun. They rushed him out the store and accused him of stealing a bottle of fucking water before they knew anything. It's upon him running for his life and falling outside to where the gun appeared. Kid yells scream, or allegedly screamed that he had a gun, and then bam, got yeeted.
$1.50 is worth more than the life of a black person in the United States of America.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna raid Matt. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're gonna raid Ari. We're gonna give Ari some love because it looks like, God damn, what the fuck has been going on with this algo lately? Like, Ari is sitting at 118 people. What the fuck?
Let's go raid Swan. Swan has 87 people.
Swan live too?
Yeah, I'm going to go join Swan. I love you guys. Thank you for the love today. Y'all are fantastic. I'll be back. Oh, don't forget, tomorrow, the Fun and Fact Show is going to be back, returning after a hiatus. All right, Hector and I had some personal issues to work out. Ain't that right, Hector?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Let's cause some controversy, boy. Like, come on, man. Let's do this. All right, we had some personal issues to work out, but Fun and Facts is coming back. Hey!
I don't know what she's talking about. Let's go raid.
Jesus Christ, I'm trying to create controversy, man. It sells. It gets the people going.
You are goddamn messy. Guys, make sure you're following Erica on your way out. And those of you, go follow her into Swan's Live. We're going to do an Ari raid. When you guys get over there, well, YouTube, you guys are going to do a Matt raid because I can't raid Ari for some reason. She has that one turned off for this specific live. She's co-hosting with Javon or some shit. But you guys are going to go to Ari's lives. So go enjoy that. I appreciate every last one of you for tuning in. Thank you guys for all your support, your likes, your shares, your comments, your memberships, your super chats, your super stickers. Shout out to some of the hardest working mods out there for watching the things that I can't get. I will catch y'all for tomorrow's stream. Once again, that's going to be after 1:30 p.m. CST. We'll be live again with the Fun and Fact Show, and talk to Erica and see who wants to take the next shift for a live.